Oh, new one? Is it a completely new stream? What's up? Gentle. True. Hey. All right, cool. Everyone's doing it. I'll just get off here. Oh, I'm loud on here. What's up, everyone? Welcome. Right now, you get a notification. True. That's crazy. They shadow banned me on that. Of course they would. I talk so much. I reveal too much. Okay, so I guess I can just look at your chat. I wanted to see something here. Oh, 289 already. Almost 200. Do I have to go and is this the same? Oh, it's still choppy, huh? Is it still choppy? Look at it. It looks all blurry. Wow. I wonder what happened. All right, I disabled HD on my webcam. Maybe it'll be a little more smooth. All right. Yeah, no, true. I know, not getting notifications. Y'all let me know if there are two streams going on still. If I have to disable another one, I'll probably do that. And I think I'm moving a little more smooth. Still choppy though, I know. Look at that. Do you gotta earn your chops? So long as you can hear me, we can just we can go with that. Man, are they on to us? Okay. All right. Let's figure out what's going on right now. Oh, hi. Sorry, guys. I'm getting situated here. I wasn't planning on going live. I know. But I'm glad y'all are here. That's what matters. I kind of like it. Kind of like it a lot. Let's see if when I share anything, kind of want to go down this rabbit hole today. A little more Isaac Cappy. I don't want to show anything I'm working on. Actually, I want to show you guys. I do. I really do. Check this out. This is going to be fun. We're going to go down a future Pervy would. Boom. Boom. Sick. Okay. Here we go. Cool. I guess I'll read it out to you guys too. All right. So this is Alexandra Rose, or Alex Rose. She was actually silenced. She had her account that had 68,000 folks on there deleted for exposing the truth. It's kind of been the theme. We've all been hit. We've all been hit with the blow of how real it can get so quick. So anyway, someone said, hey, she's got a good thread on Disney and the fuckery that exists behind Disney. All right, let's check it out. We're going to go down. Oh. All right, I'm holding onto it so it doesn't go to the next one. Walt Disney, oh shit, looks like that didn't work. Walt Disney grew up in an abusive home situation and had a keen fascination with the occult. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't. My bad. He was anti-Semitic He was an alcoholic who abused drugs and alcohol to battle his insomnia. I'm so sorry. I can't actually hold these. It's ridiculous. Um, yeah. Okay, I started at the wrong spot. What if I told you that the most magical corporation on this planet has a dark and disturbing agenda, that being Disney, a favorite amongst both adults and children? All right. So I read to you the beginning. He's been obsessed with the cults. He's anti-Semitic. He's an alcoholic. He abused drugs and alcohol to battle insomnia. What's going on, Disney? He became a sadistic porn addict? For real? Is this real? I might have not remembered that part. Who enjoyed snuff porn films, and his interest in his children was far from altruistic. At some point, Walt became indebted to the syndicate and they owned him. Wow, man. Let's take a break. I'm just going to read that stuff to you because it's kind of bothersome to have to, like, if it's something worth the visuals, I will absolutely show you. Actually, there are parts that need visuals, so we'll go there. But let's take a little breather on that. What? Did anybody know that? Did you guys know that? I don't know that. All right. We're going back in. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's beautiful. I know. Yeah. All right, we're going to keep going because it's a 30-second lag and I haven't seen your responses yet, but we're going to keep going. I did not know that about Walt. That's wild. They plant so many stories through like, you know, all those biographical movies that don't even really paint the truth. It's all fakery. All right, let's go back in. Wait, this one. All right, going back in. Oh. Walt was a 33rd degree Freemason, the highest level in Freemasonry. He later named his private members club Club 33. Sleazy. So here is a photo. Above is Disney in his de Molay uniform. Boom. Yeah, kind of looks like Disney to me. Disney was trained as boy and man on the tenets of Masonry in the Order of de Molay. Never seen those words. An international organization headed by the Freemasons for young men ages 12 to 21. The Order of de Molay derives its name from Jacques de Molay, the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar. Gosh. All right. Wow. Look at that. The Disney Masonic Club. Club 33. Yeah, it's there, right? It's at Disneyland. Open since 1967. The membership costs $10,000 a year and has a $25,000 initiation fee per person. Why? What else costs that much? I know certain children do. I've seen it. I've seen it on the Wayfair stuff. So, okay. Celebrities who belong to the club allegedly include, oh, there you go, Tom Hanks, Christina Aguilera, Elton John, as well as a lot of influential businessmen and women. All right, here's where it gets juicy is the symbolism. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous, man. There's some ridiculous stuff in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back. Over the years, Disney has filled its films with symbolism and indecent imagery. Why would you put a picture of a topless woman in a child's film? Before I give you any more examples of symbolism within Disney movies, here is actually recognized pedophilia symbols that were released by the FBI. Most of you know that already. So this is in that movie, some boobies, subliminal. It's in the background. It's not needed. Maybe it's a statue, but it looks kind of demonic. Actually, it looks like it's being possessed by this thing. All right. So now that we know the symbols, this is where shit gets weird. Because why? Why do you got that symbol on these faces? What? Wow. Hold up. You got the woman on there, the little girl symbol, or little boy lover. You got both boy lovers. That's what they are. Wow. Boy Lover, and then Little Boy Lover. Okay, get the stakes here. That is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. No, yeah. And then Madagascar. It's all hidden. It's hidden like right. Oh, my connection's unstable again. Oh, it's telling me. Moana, right there. Oh my gosh. It's a small world. Boom. Shakalaka. Boom. It's obvious. What else we got? What? Dude, I wonder. My internet has not been messed up for a few weeks. What the heck? It's kind of. All right, hold on, guys. I don't even see my live stream. Oh, there it is. All right, here's another one. Did we miss anything? Okay. There are also many other examples of indecent imagery within a sexual nature being used within Disney films, as well as occult and Nazi symbolism. Wow, guys, I don't recall this one. Monsters Inc., they're having sex, says Mommy. Look at the Nazi on the Dalmatian. Ask about Illuminati right there in the background of Donald Duck. Y'all, symbolism will be their downfall. This is why Q's the shit. This is why Q's the shit. I think there's still people in the other waiting room. I feel bad for them, whoever it is. I'm sorry, guys. Because I haven't closed my other live stream. Maybe if one of you guys can go back in there and tell them what up. Oh my gosh. Peter Pan with the wiener. They're pulling anal beads out of freaking, I don't even know what characters those are. And I'm glad I don't. I shouldn't. And then Mein Kampf is being read by Donald Duck. That's pretty obvious. That's out there in the open. But kids should not be seeing that. I mean, it's subliminal. That symbol. The little girls have idolized Disney's princesses since the films began. And we were none the wiser of the background information on some of the characters. They created characters. They chose their hair color, their eye color, their outfits, and even their ages. So why would they choose the following ages and storylines for these princesses? Here we go. Yeah. Snow White, she's 14. I didn't know she was 14. Ran away to live with 7 men. Right? Jasmine, 15. Ran away and had a love affair with a street criminal from Aladdin. Why does it move fast, man? And Ariel, who's 16, ran away from home and got married, sold her soul to do so. Little Mermaid. Wow. Same with Alice in Wonderland. Contains a lot of symbolism. Follow the White Rabbit. You know, adrenochrome, its molecular structure looks like a rabbit. April the 25th day, originally known as Pedophile Pride Day. Wow. The day was devised by pedophile activists during the 1990s to celebrate the desire to molest children. Wow. Oh, tight, brother. I'll let you in, actually. I'm on full screen, so I can't see. Once we finish this, Thomas is going to be with us, folks. The day as pedophiles use this day to secretly boast in public about the sick world they live in, the mindset and the abuse of children. You guys, this is exactly what Pervywood 7 is going to be. This is like, Hocus Pocus is about adrenochrome. Oh, the witches harvest the souls of children for youth and immortality. And the same with Monsters, Inc. The screams and the fear of children is harvested for power. They also sexualize like Disney stars like Britney Spears. She was 16 and they got her like this. That's wild, man. I kind of forgot she was 16. I thought she was. And then there's Miley Cyrus like that at 15, dude. No wonder. This is cultural Marxism. this isn't enough to convince you that they're trying to promote pedophilia, then I present you with the film. Yep. Now I'm going to make sure we can hear. We can watch this, I guess. Oh, we can't, huh? No. I guess we can't yet. I'll figure out a way. Oh, and this one too. Yeah, we could. So basically, it's this guy's pointing out some very shady scenes in a few movies like Blank Check, where a rich banker woman falls in love with a little 7-year-old kid because he's rich. Wild, right? I think he's 8 or 9, actually. All right, so if these, all right, so Disney owns a fifth of the media in the USA. It's like a church back in the day. If Disney's message is to promote these vile things and Disney owns all of those companies, just think how widespread this is. Which leads me to this. Disney owns ABC. ABC hid Epstein's story. Coincidence? Epstein. Why would Disney ABC want to hide the Epstein story? Maybe it had something to do with the fact Richard W. Cook, chairman of the Walt Disney Studios, was on the Lolita flight logs, along with 2 unidentified females. Goes deeper. Disney cruises were running excursions to Little St. James Island. This provided the perfect cover for trafficking child sex slaves to Epstein's pedo island for the elites to abuse. Obama's family was just, pictures just went viral of Obama with his family when they're young. And they're there on Little St. James, and you can see the little tower in the back, whatever, the ritual tower. I don't know what it's called. Everyone went. Step 1, fill a cruise ship with thousands of children. Step 2, add a few dozen slaves for transport. Step 3, take ship to destination island and load. Boom, boom. No one notices unaccounted slaves arriving at their destination, and no one questions regular trips of ships full of children to your land, to your island. Doesn't it all start to make sense? Yeah, Disney is a huge trafficking, child sex trafficking, sex cult. Wow, bro. It goes down Disney, guys. Wow. Yeah, it's just insane. Shocking. Ghislaine Maxwell, the Mirror organized a Disney Day out for the kids at Lord and Lady Bath's Longleat House in Wiltshire. A great fun day in which Ghislaine Maxwell presented a check for 2,000 U's, I don't know what that is, for the Save the Children Fund. That was on September 13th, 1985. And the CIA in 1969, Walt enlisted the help of the CIA to help acquire the land to start building a second theme park, which covered a huge 27,000-acre of Florida swampland. His main CIA contact was William J. Donovan, a.k.a. Wild Bill, a.k.a. father of the CIA. He was also the founder of OSS. Wow. His other connection was Paul Helliwell. Helliwell had strong ties with the mafia, and he assisted them in drug trafficking operations. Since at least 1950, there's been a global CIA drug connection operating more or less continuously, involving both Disney's CIA friends. Wow. Paul Helliwell and Wild Bill Donovan were 2 of the most notorious spies in American history, adept at setting up front companies and running disinformation campaigns. This is why Walt hired them to build 2 fake cities that would grant him total control of the local government. Wow. That's corporate, what is it? Subterfuge? Wow. So Disney's World in Florida is practically its own sovereign nation with its own government, except from constitutional law. Any money paid in tax to this? Wow. Any money paid in tax to this puppet government goes straight back into Disney. Yo, this is going in my next movie, at least this part, because then it'll leeway into the next one. Fuck. All right. All right. And then basically they go through all the people who were like shady people working there. Shady people working there. James Gunn saying shady stuff. People being arrested there for, you know. All right, we're gonna cut it short right now. We gotta take a breather. It's heavy, and I'm gonna let in Thomas. Wow. And I don't want to give the movie away. You know where to find it. All right, let me see, man, if this is I guess my stream continued. Hey Thomas, you coming in? Oh, hey Tommy. What do you guys think about that? Oh, what's up, Mike? Dude, Michael's in the house. Looks like Thomas is connecting. Oh yeah, I still do have that other one open. I'm gonna close that while Thomas is getting let in. Let's talk about what we just saw. Honestly, guys, I don't know everything. What's up, John? Well, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Nice. Welcome, man. Welcome to the experience on a new link. New link. I think this is the one I'm gonna have to shut down. I'm gonna end this one and it'll probably be better for our service. And join the new stream. Cool. Yeah. Thanks for letting him know, guys. Thomas, did you know this about did you know this about him?
About what?
Did you know that your was a Freemason and that he was addicted to porn and all this crazy snuff stuff?
Disney?
Ooh, I'm getting Wally right away.
Hold on. I'm having
Say something.
issues with this. Yeah, I'm having issues with the sound. Like I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
I'm on.
Everyone hit.
Yeah, I did.
Everyone hit that like button.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I knew about Disney, and like I told you before, when we were there, it's not just the like pedo symbols there. It's actually like occultic and like alchemical symbols as well. Like in pillars to go inside of a thing, like into a ride, there'll be like little occultic symbols etched on it. I swear it's like an energy funnel.
Yeah. Dude, you would see it the most too. Because you're so hip and aware to what they are. People would walk right by something. You'd be like, oh, I know what that means.
And there was one that's like the Wrath of Poseidon or whatever. I did take a few pictures of all the stuff. Oh, not all the stuff, but in Universal Studios by itself, I took a lot of pictures of different things that just stuck out and were really odd to me. Like there was all kinds of like serpent and reptilian visages, and
Yeah.
in Poseidon thing, there was like the big octopus, and most people would probably think it was like the Kraken, but it was inverted. So to me, it looked like the Cthulhu of Lovecraftian horror mythology.
Mm.
And that's a whole nother side tangent because I don't think Lovecraft was writing out of imagination. I think he was like accosted by some of these things because some of those interdimensional, really fucked up places, that's probably where those Cthulhu like creatures come from, and certain evil entities throughout mythology comes from.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the heroes and the gods, we all know where they come from like the Asir and
Yes. Mm-hmm.
like you know the There was like the Amir, the
Yep.
Sophir, which was the reptilian, and then there was like the Shim, which was
Yo, Thomas, 1 second. Michael is going to call us right now. He wants to say something. I guess we're really choppy or something. What's up, G? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's so weird calling someone and they're on a live stream. I've never done this before.
Oh, there you go. I know, right? Yeah. You're totally talking into the mic from speakerphone.
Cool.
What's it like on your end?
Like, what, hearing? I see. I can't watch the video. I was watching the video on my phone while I was driving. Oh, that's unsafe, guys. But I got a system down. I forgot to tell you guys something earlier though that I thought was really crazy. I forgot about this. So my wife's dad, he was in the painters union for a long time, and so he got me in with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were working up in Skinny Atlas at the one job that I did with him, and this job was at the mansion of the guy who came up with the 5G.
Whoa.
Right? Dude, it was a $72 million mansion. It had like 5 different houses, but the main house was crazy. So the way they built it was like stone, like, so you can't, it had like certain firewalls in it so no one could penetrate and get like information off of his servers and shit.
Oh.
Dude, it was the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life. So I was there for about 3. They're so rich. They have one company that makes $1 million a day. Like, they're just filthy rich. But he got an $8 billion contract for this 5G thing. I might cut out on you, so I want to get to this point. At one end of the house, they have this hallway with a black and white checkered floor.
Oh.
And and then it goes into like the room. And in the octagonal room, there's just this little stove fireplace.
Oh my.
And that's all of it.
What?
Did you
He's cutting out. You're cutting out at the best.
Oh,
You're cutting out.
no.
You went into the octagonal room, and then there was nothing. What was next?
you said it was a fireplace. Do you happen to remember what directional, like cardinal facings, was that room? Because any type of
Yeah.
But, so and there's just a little white fireplace thing.
Wi-Fi.
Gold like engravings on it and stuff. But it's like nothing else. I don't see what else they could do, but they're definitely Masons at black and white check.
Yeah. Now we know. We know.
And so we had to sign non-disclosure forms, and like we can't talk to the media about anything. Like, they were very secretive about it.
Oh, what? You're talking to me? They don't know who you are. Wow, dude. Wow.
All of a sudden, I just blow up.
Or my stream cuts off.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cut out here in a sec. I just wanted to tell you guys that, like, dude, these people are, and now it makes sense, dude. Black and white check to this.
Yeah.
Like, are they doing sacrifices in there or something?
Oh.
I don't know.
Wow.
All right. Well, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.
Love you too, brother. Catch you later.
All right, bye.
Bye. Sorry about that, Thomas.
Oh no,
That's
you
cool.
good. It was. Yeah, those checkered floors are emblematical of like a mosaic style tile. And the depiction of what he's saying very well could be a Masonic thing. That's why I was asking about the cardinal directions. If it was a lodge facing east,
Yeah.
and like, the fireplace most likely would be in the north part of the room because north is the place of darkness.
Wow.
So, like, I don't know, but it's not likely they'd have sacrifices on that, because if it was a lodge room, that would be like a sacred place, not a ritual place per se. So it could be just a meeting, and then behind that fireplace would lead into a more orthodox room of fuckery.
Yeah, true fuckery.
True fuckery indeed.
Are you working now? Are you just chilling?
No, I'm at work. Well, I'm chilling. I'm not, like the work days kind of made its end, and now I'm just chilling on my bed up here at the station.
Dude, that's cool, man. You're a
Yeah,
firefighter, right?
right.
That's lit, man. We got a firefighter on the podcast. Thanks for the Kratom info. Oh, what's up, Liberty repost for sure. The Kratom, yeah. That Kratom is also Clarity Kratom is good. Do you take Kratom at all, Thomas?
I don't. I need to. Like
I took some
it's-
today after a long time. It's amazing.
I need to get back on my natural supplement game so I can get beefcake once again.
Oh, I know, huh?
Beefcake.
I'm getting beat. Wow, I can't believe how ingrained cultural Satanism is. How
Dude,
ingrained systematic Satanism is.
it's so bad because it starts with cartoons, and you know how like when we were kids, like stop watching cartoons, it'll rot your brain. You know, like don't be in front of the TV so far. Like had we only listened, you know, it's kind
Dude,
of, you know they say listen to your parents and stuff, but that's like the last thing you
of
want
course.
to do as a kid.
Yeah,
Um,
of course. You're right. It's Disney. They're doing it as kids. One memory I have, I was at my apartment complex as a kid, cruising around, and we just get in trouble. I was probably like 7 or 6, and we found underneath a bush. The bush was about eyesight because it was elevated up on some stairs, so we could see underneath these bushes. And
yeah,
there was like a VHS Disney movie that we were like, dope. We found a Disney movie. Like we opened up the thing and we saw the VHS, and it. We didn't know what the fuck it was, but what we did was we took it home. I don't remember what Disney movie it was on the front, but we asked our parents, my mom, I guess, play this, please. And she put it on, and it was pornography, dude.
oh bad.
I remember it was in black and white porn, and that was the first time I'd ever seen porn. And the way my mom turned it off made it like a thing. And like she was mad at her. She got mad. Like I'm like, dude, I found this. I
uh,
didn't do this.
I was fairly young when I was first introduced to it as well, by happenstance and mistake. But yeah, it's kind of where it starts. There,
Yeah, it's crazy.
it is, man. Like the, I was looking at all those little screenshots that you had from the different movies that basically are subliminal to sexual desires or orientations and shit. Like,
Yeah,
uh, it's bad.
dude.
It's so fucking.
Yeah. Are you talking about those toys too?
The toys are worse nowadays. You know, back then the worst thing we had was a Ken and Barbie doll.
Yeah. They didn't get any creative like they are now with the troll doll that has a button on her bottom.
Yeah,
On, and if you touch it, she makes pleasurable sounds.
yeah. It's not just this like you know happy-go-lucky little dolls. Um,
Dude.
oh snap! Michael did say the fireplace was on the north end.
Oh, I saw that right now too. Yeah, what
Yeah.
does that mean again? What does that mean again?
Well, in masonry for a lodge, like the reason why it faces east is so that when the sun rises, it can adorn the lodge, and like it's all about the sun, really. Like you follow the sun because how did masons work, but according to the sun and the light that was given by it. Like you got to think, masonry was started by just that, building with masonry tools. It wasn't necessarily a speculative art like it is now that indoctrinates all kinds of other stuff. It legitimately started as an operative work, like just like a carpenter has to be an apprentice and then goes on to learning the craft and then becomes a master at his art. So too a mason did the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically, I mean, you can't really fashion stone and put it in the proper place if you don't have ample light. So that's why they work by the sun.
Yeah.
And pour, I mean, it goes back to King Solomon's temple. He was the first great master mason in the art and in the craft. So,
Solomon. Who was
yeah.
before King Solomon? Was he as dope as him? How long
No,
was Solomon in reign for? Do you know?
like 65 years, maybe, I
That's
think.
healthy. That's pretty healthy, man.
Well, I mean, he
A lot of
had
time.
he had some time, but I could be mistaken on that. He may have only been 65 years old. I can't really remember, to be honest, his age, but uh, his kingdom did not
Yeah.
prosper until after
Look
he.
it up, man. King Solomon.
What?
Oh, you're cutting up just a teeny bit.
Yeah,
Cut up
yeah.
just a teeny bit.
Um,
Did you say is King Solomon the third, or you just said King Solomon?
well, no, I mean, I was just saying, like, he is just him. Like his reign and stuff didn't really
State.
happen until after he asked for divine wisdom.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fascinating. All right. So we're talking about Solomon, right? You see the screen?
Do I see the screen?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
sharing it right now.
All right. So yeah.
This is a man.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the Old Testament, and I think he's mentioned like
Nice.
once in the New Testament. And
So Freemasonry starts with him, or does it go beyond him?
not really. Like, I mean, the art, I'm sure, because civilization, of course, built shit. But the art and the craft, as it were, started with him.
Wow. So wait, but then it's older then. How old is it?
Well, like, so what we consider a Freemason started with him. Masonry itself,
So it's
like
man, that's
building stuff.
exciting. So his part,
Yeah,
the Bible was taken out from the Vatican, right?
right. He actually, see those two things down there, the Testament of Solomon.
Oh, for sure. Let's go back. Yeah.
The apocryphal text and stuff that actually talks about when he was building the temple.
Yes.
That third, yep.
And then, yeah. So yeah, it's
And then he also has another book that's basically does nothing but talk about magic, how to use it, different rituals and stuff.
reels. This guy knew
Yeah,
what was up, man.
he really did, but like he learned a lot of that from demons, and
that's why this whole thing was corrupt from the start.
Right, because it was based on good intentions, because he was given the Lord's wisdom and he was blessed by divinity in that regard. And Michael, the archangel, gave him a signet ring with God's seal on it. And with that ring, he could command demons. And basically what he did, he just called them out and started learning all their functions in this world, like their different powers.
Get out of town, man. That is so cool. I didn't know any of
Oh yeah,
this.
I mean,
this is the coolest I've heard.
Too, is because like folks think it was just man building that temple. No, it was helped by demons that went against his authority. And there were a few that looked at him as, you know, the mortal man that he was, and they're like, we're demons, we're well beyond you, and we will forever be beyond you. Who are you to basically command us? And that's when he would get mad and invoke the Lord's will. So, and it says so in the Bible, like the reason why his kingdom fell is because he started worshiping the gods of his wives. Well, he also met many different succubuses and or succubi.
Real man.
Yeah,
Succubi. That's a good
yeah,
band name, dude. Succubi. You listen to Succubi? Dude, I listen to Succubi.
it is.
Dude, I sorry, keep going.
Keep going. Keep it light.
All right,
But
carry on.
he did all kinds of stuff, and like in the Testament of Solomon, it basically breaks down all the demons that he spoke with. I mean, he even talked to Beelzebub, Asmodeus, like the lords and kings of hell, and brought them to their knees. And you would think that a mortal man capable of that wouldn't fall to like lusting and his pride, which I mean, he was still a man. He still sinned, you know. So
Hmm.
it was that it was those small things that basically stacked up, and eventually
Mhm.
his wives, they worshipped Moloch. And
Wow, did they now? That's so similar to today, man. Was
right,
Moloch as bad as we think of Moloch now? Was Moloch as bad and taboo then?
oh yes. Well, I mean,
Must have been, right?
well, it was, but you got to think
Must
also Old
have been
Testament,
worse.
the Lord would ask for you to offer up your son, like as the lamb. You know, if you struck out, like look at Abraham, he struck out against the Lord, so he said, "Take the life of your son." And he was going to, but Lord stopped him because he's like, "You've proven your faith." Now, where Moloch won't stop you, he will take that kid, and that there's like a fine line there almost. Um, and basically,
Wow, dude.
so like the reason being is, you know, the three tiers of heaven. We're on the bottom tier, the mortal realm, earth, and what we perceive as our world is the third
See you later,
tier.
Stone.
The second tier is hell. It is basically all the first tier is the high heavens. Why do you think it's called the high heavens? Because it is above the rest. And a lot of our prayers and our so-called whispers
So you're saying where we are?
is on the bottom. Like we are up heaven
Okay,
because
we're in the middle.
no. The middle is hell, where the devil
We're at
and
the
the demon.
bottom.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
at,
I understood correctly. So
so
that is interesting.
the
We're
reason why
not in
prayers
hell's above. I mean, yeah.
is because they don't pass that second tier. They get trapped there because, you know, who knows the Bible better than the devil, and how can entities like Mike was saying earlier, you know,
It's very true.
they'll give you things to make you think you're walking that right path, but it comes at a cost. You know, the Lord gives
So
you no
choppy.
cost. It is pure unconditional love, and
So
I mean, He gave you
choppy.
free will so you can make the choice. You know, whereas the demons and the entities, they influence
Yeah,
that choice.
I'm. It's getting so choppy. Mm-hmm.
I'm let me see.
So
No,
choppy.
yeah. So
Let me see if I can do something. I'm seeing that it's choppy as F. But this is so deep. I want to keep talking about this. I'm so impressed with what you retain. It's like your supercomputer. You're like, yeah. So I must have been flagged. I wonder if they flag IP addresses. This baffles me.
Yeah, you're
For
choppy.
anyone who's just joining,
Yeah.
looks like we're all choppy. The internet's been kind of funky ever since I've been given 2 strikes. This is my backup channel. Maybe this is how it goes down the rabbit hole. The movie that we saw, which was called What They Don't Want You to See, was made by Millennial Millie, and we got in trouble. My video got a second strike. Can you run it off my cell? Yeah, I could probably do it. I got 1 strike first during a live stream. Just they said I was scheming or scamming or spamming or deceiving. I don't know how I did that in 5 hours. And then they also said hate speech on the other one. And apparently they didn't say it to pedophiles, but this is what I know because this is what I've seen. I don't even understand it because everyone else who had that movie got it taken down. All right, let me see. It looks like I'm frozen. I'm looking at myself. This looks frozen. Whoa. Wow. Mar is joining. That was amazing. Okay, let's try. I'm gonna try and run off my cell service. We might see a little hiccup.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Jumping in on my. Haven't done this before. Man, I could use a sauna. I could use massage, a Julian massage.
Hey.
I hope he's getting pardoned today and we're having a party or something. Are we back? Are we grooving? Are we
Can you hear
moving?
me?
I can hear you. I guess that does mean I have internet. I do have mine open here. What I'm going to do is, what's up, Mar? Marley's in the house. It's beautiful. You guys, if you haven't listened to her poetry, she has a channel. She's been pumping it out. Guys,
Yeah, that
I've
was a good
shared.
one.
Yeah? What'd you say?
That was a good one that you shared.
I wasn't feeling good, and that made me feel good. Everything about it, the timing and the music, and then the words, it's like they flow so well.
Speaking of writing, I want to toot my own horn. I got posted to Phoenix Enigma's website.
Oh, dude, can you link us?
I will try. Damn it. I hope that's not us.
What? What do you mean?
I got the thing going off. If I hop off, that means I have a call.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I heard that in the background.
Yeah.
All right, so it doesn't look like it's doing too well with my cell service. So, Marley, we've been trying to figure out why I'm choppy so much today, and we just experimented and put myself on my cell phone, using it as a hotspot, and it's not doing great. Yeah, we went deep, man. But we could keep going. I can't believe it goes all the way back to Solomon.
I mean, it's old, man. It's really, really old. That's what I'm saying. Like, and what's funny is the particular conversation he had with Asmodeus, which was one of the lords of hell. Basically, a Nephilim made demon because he considers himself the son of the dragon, and he has a star in the celestial heavens. That's why he looked down on King Solomon. He's like, you may be a king, but you are mortal, and you have no right to command me. He didn't even give his name for the longest time, and it was until Solomon basically used all the force of the ring to whatchamacallit, like bind him and make him submit. So I mean, and he was vulnerable to like 2 elements. Jesus was his only like counterpart frustration. Like which angel Like he asked, what angel could you call on to fight against each demon? And they would have to tell him. Like Raphael is a big one. He is like the archangel of like healing and light. I mean, he fights off like hordes of demons. You know, there's a few that call on Michael being their nemesis. And this particular, and there's many that just fear Jesus.
Wow.
And this particular one, Asmodeus, Asmodeus, I shouldn't say Asmodeus, my bad. Asmodeus.
What's up, G Morty?
He
Shout out to G Morty, DDK, sending peeps. That's dope. Sorry, I had to intervene. Keep going, keep going.
He basically asked him like what was the elements that frustrate you and bind you, and it was clay and water. So what he had Asmodeus do was carry all the clay pots filled with water so that they could make the mortar in building the temple.
Wow.
I mean, like, it gets deep, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, those that struck out against Solomon and did not basically do his whim were commanded and binded and made to help build his temple.
So eventually, what we were mentioning before, it was Solomon who started to started to engage with the demons that hung out with the ladies he liked, or what? Is that what we were saying?
Well, he had like a fuck ton of wives. And
wow, slaying away.
Man, a bunch.
Wow, King Solomon, dude. Sounds like he has a big dick. Sounds like a big dick named Solomon. All right, keep going. He
probably did.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm seeing it as like the succubus that he encountered, the one he didn't, because I mean he saw them, and it was in his conversations with Beelzebub that like, and what's crazy is, you know, Beelzebub's like the top lord of hell at the time, and he bowed instantly, and he's like, "Oh, great King Solomon, I know who you are," and he gave his name freely, but he's very slick and sly. He's kind of like the devil. He's got a serpent tongue. He's able to kind of entice as well as give you what you want. And it was funny because even though Solomon already knew, because he had been accosted by female demons in the desert, he asked Beelzebub if there were any female demons under his command, and all Beelzebub could do was smile, grin, and say yes, and he brought them forth. So that makes me think that Solomon had been tempted before, and now that he felt like he was under the Lord's strength and guidance, that he probably wouldn't fall to that temptation. But like I said, he is mortal, he is man, so he may have not had fallen to the temptation of those that Beelzebub brought to him. But that doesn't mean others came in the guise of the human form, because they can shift.
Wow.
So I mean,
goes all the way back to there, all the way back then,
and
still happening today.
It's funny. Asmodeus basically told him after he like lashed him and all. I mean, he just beat this demon down. He was like a giant of a man, and he beat him down. And after a whole lot of suffering, he finally looked up. He's like, "What you do to me is only like is a small moment in time." He's like, "You are a mortal man, and your life flows just as much as the seasons. And when you fall, because you will, we will have reign over humans once again." And that was basically the start of the end for him, to me, because, you know, it was his pride that goaded him into hunting down these demons, commanding them, finding out their weakness, finding out all the knowledge they knew, because he was gifted divine wisdom. So a man's only ambition is wisdom. If you're gifted divine wisdom, what other wisdom is there to achieve? Demonic wisdom. And that's where like the dark magics and stuff come in. And all that happens.
Wow.
Eventually his kingdom falls because he starts worshiping the gods of his wives. It doesn't say which wives,
Did
but
you see this question by G. Morty?
what's up?
He says, was it Elijah that warned Solomon not to marry foreign wives or God would punish all Israel?
Well, I believe it was Elijah, but at the same time, God did allow Israelites at one time to marry outside of their bloodlines. But I think it was because of Solomon that that became no more. But like the during Moses's time, after the Exodus and all of that, God allowed them to marry the Emorites and the Amorites and the Neophytes, and that was unheard of. Like, Moses was really strict on intermingling with outside cultures from the Israelites, along their travels because they wandered for 40 years. But I mean, like, Moses was hardcore strict on that. And then so was Joshua after Moses fell. So, like, whatchamacallit, I can't remember. My brain's a little mush today, so pretty sure Solomon was after Moses. But regardless, yes, he fell to the temptations of his wives.
Wow. Whoa. Hold up a second here. This is a little too sensitive. Oh, there we go. Wow. So it was the ladies, man. But it was the dark forces that came through them, right?
Right. It's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be a human thing. It's very much so the entities that pass through you, just like cases that we've seen over all of your podcast and all that stuff. I mean, people have talked about this. People have witnessed to it.
Yeah, man. Did you hear Michael talking about that story he doesn't tell anybody?
I did, and I'm right there with him. I believe it, and yeah, like you were saying, that was a test, and he passed it.
Yeah, that's real. Dude, we're living in like, we're not living in what what we think we're living in. That is the craziest part. We're living in something that no one knows for sure, but there are plenty of clues out there, and it gets weirder and weirder the more you question this stuff. Everything. We got demons, we got angels,
Yep.
forces that have hacked this reality, like in the cube.
In my live stream, I meant to do something that I saw on another stream that I watched. The stars. The Sheol picture that you have.
Yes.
All right. So if you invert that, that is the same. It's like a mirror image of our anatomy of our eyeball.
Whoa.
Yeah, and the iris is basically, the earth. So like what we see is deception basically. And it's the inner eye and the inner workings of the eye that would lead back up like towards the firmament and to the heavens. So like you look within to find truth and holiness, but what we see out and around us is the false deception.
Yep.
So like I wanted to do that on my stream the other day, but like I said, I was having issues with my
Did it ever
technology.
happen? Did you ever go live?
I did. I had to go through the tubes, dude.
Yeah. Wow, man. So yeah, it's kind of wild when you like going into the Vatican, you can tell by its symbology how it's reptilian praising. It's praising reptilians
Oh
by
yes.
its architecture. You're looking at the serpent head. There's an eye on one side, an eye on the other side. I'll just show you.
Oh yeah, the auditorium is fucked up.
It is effed up. Yeah. So it's all in our face. It's always been there. It's always been there, right in our faces. Um, isn't it wild how sleepy people have been? That's why when Q, I really follow Q, man. I don't think Q is fucking with us. And I'm open to being wrong, but that's why Q symbolism will be their downfall.
Well, you know, with that as well, I am on that same. The outer world is deception. So if we look for evil, all we're gonna see is evil.
Mm-hmm.
And if we constantly tune into the symbolism of things, that's all we're gonna see. And to our perception of that symbolism is how we will interpret it. Yeah, so like that's what I've said before on the podcast is we are indoctrinating ourselves like the new news and the Q movement and the folks waking up, we're indoctrinating ourselves
Eat.
through prejudice against symbolism.
Wow.
It's not a necessarily a bad thing in all cases. You know, like I'm not talking about the pedo stuff. I'm talking about like the occultic stuff
Yeah.
or the Freemason stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. It a lot of that comes from ancient knowledge and ancient, you know, good things like sigils. There's various ones. A lot of them can be bad things and like summon bad things, but you know, like ones that would be associated with witches and stuff from back in the colonial days and the old witch hunts. Those were more along the lines of protective wards and like healing sigils. And this is a place of reverence, but it was the dark arts and the sorcerers that placated to that witch hunt and basically exterminated like the herbalists and the healers and the natural beings of, you know, goodness. And like druids and shamans and stuff, you know, they would have been burned at the stake because their views were outside of what the church thought, while the church was being run by darker forces. So,
Wow.
like, I mean, like that's why I kind of take it with all a grain of salt because you know our ideology to lash out at these things
Mm-hmm.
will eventually backlash on us because it very well could be you're wanting to tear down or dismantle something that's ancient and was protecting, and we really don't know like what it was protecting from. Like I can't remember what movie it was, but it was like old fossil that looked gnarly and it was like reptilian and had wings and stuff, and they broke it and it released like all kinds of evil because they thought the visage of that fossil was evil. They shattered it and it actually released something that was way more evil. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, when we look back on things that have been rewritten over and over in our history, it's hard to really focus on where it came from and what its purpose was.
Right? Yeah. Do you guys ever know about the bones found at the bottom of Vatican? reform and renovating a basement floor near the Vatican's apostolic nunciature found these bones. There's some shady shit going down there. It's a small place, the Vatican. Small. Almost a complete skeleton, as well as other bones, were found by workers at the property on Monday. So this is in the small, little, tiny, sovereign, looks like the size of a block. That's the Vatican. Let's see. They don't have pictures, obviously, but yeah, a woman's bones. Okay. Thousands of bones. Wow. 2019. Thousands of bones found at the Vatican. I'll just do this now because I'm going to have to do this later. I'm going to take a screenshot. You'll see this in the movie.
There is a mausoleum and a catacombs there too. They used to bury their dead there, and a lot of their executions were kind of buried there as well.
What's going on here? She went missing. She's pretty. Wow. It's kind of like what it kind of looks like if I was a lady. I used to kind of look like that when I was 10. Man, when did this all get corrupted, dude? This Vatican, is it right back then to Solomon? Is that where it always starts, really?
No, not really. The Catholic Church basically went, well, before Jesus, but, the church itself really became political when it incorporated money and offering to the church.
Yeah.
And that's basically when it was corrupted, was just like the reason why Jesus tore down the temple was because they had trade and money and were incorporating commerce within the temple grounds.
Yep.
And that's a no-no. If you're going to worship God, worship God. If you're going to do business, do business. You can be godly and righteous while you're doing business, but if you're going to devote time to God, then that's what you do with your time. Like, it's really simple, but at the same time, it can, like, that's the human condition. We take for granted the simplest things.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. I was trying to find this video that kind of went along with this, but I can't. I'm not on my other account, so I can't get to it. But man,
Hey, don't be playing too many. Don't be playing too many.
So you didn't get an alarm? You don't have to go save peeps right now?
No, that was one of the other trucks.
Dude, the Democratic National Convention was yesterday. I didn't see any RNC though. I didn't care to really. I was depressed. But did you see the views on that?
I did not. I didn't even really care to, man.
It's hilarious, dude. On all the popular news channels, you got thumbs. It's like we've taken over social media. We've taken over the internet. You got the thumbs downs. The thumb downs are way more than the thumb ups on all of them. On all, because they have like special guests at the DNC. They had like all these Zoom whatever appearances by like all the people we know that suck, like Michelle Obama, Bernie, whatever. So they had all their videos, and oh, what's up? Gila's in the house. Look at we got a new channel. We got a new channel. Yeah. So I gotta show you, man. I gotta show you. It's just all over Facebook, or it's all over Instagram. That's for sure. What?
I'll probably have I might do a live stream tomorrow.
You're gonna?
I might.
Cool.
I need to. If not, I'll definitely post another one of my little reflections.
Good. I'm gonna find this right now and show if there's a photo that goes with the DNC views. That would be really cool. Yeah, guys, we're gonna laugh right now, man. This is gonna be hilarious. Let's see how much we got. Let's see how much do we got. A lot? Yeah. Okay. Cool. This is gonna be cool. The reason why I show this is just so we get an idea that we're winning. We are winning. Here we go. Share. Oh, Clinton's tonight. I'm late to the party. RNC hasn't happened. I just got Hulu and it told me it was happening. All right, look at this. Who's watching tonight? 76K watching. Dude, have you seen any other guys' shows? Convention, 9.6 watching. That's not even. 10K watching. DNC 2020. 3.9K watching. That's sad. It just depends on what time this is too. Like I always like to think about that too. Okay, well, here's an example of Trump's. Almost 1 million views. Wow. Holy moly. Their likes is way more than the views from the other ones. Lydia, you got a vent, girl. This is weird. Kamala Harris blunders badly in chat with, I thought this was Weird Al. Steven something. 170K views, 96, 74, 90. Okay. But then you look over here and the 2020 DNC views, 8 hours in. I think I saw the 12 hours in and it was way more depressing. Nothing. No one's watching this again. Sad, huh? Not really. That means we're all woke. What else we got? Yeah, they're weaponizing fear, dude.
Oh, they've been weaponizing fear.
Yeah.
Like, that's been a thing since after the Civil War.
Uh-huh.
I mean, first it was like a plague, and then it was a flu, and then there's all kinds of shit.
Hey, Kelly, thanks for that donation, girl. Love that. Sorry. I just got a donation of $4.44.
Yeet.
In the thought form. Because it's real, dude. She was going to do it anyway, so boom. Sorry for interrupting you, man. Yeah. What's up, Lex? Yeah. This is it. That's the reality. No one cares what's going on the DNC side, man. Look how far we've come from Solomon to this.
Yeah.
We went from this to Solomon to back again.
No.
So are you for sure Solomon was like, say, an adrenochrome junkie?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I would say.
When does that start, dude? When did they start when did they start taking it to that level where if Arizona Wilder, the woman who said, who we watched her video the other night, she said when they smell the scent of blood, they turn into reptilians. If that shit's legit and it's in one of those books that they didn't put in the Bible or something, when did that start?
See the Saphir, that race of reptilian. They're old and they've been here for a long time. They're called the Saphir.
How do you spell that?
I think it's Sephir.
Saphir or Saphir.
Either or, I guess. I don't really know.
I would believe the word fear would be involved. Saphir, dog. I'm gonna call him Saphir. Keep going.
So they were before the they were here before the Asir were, and the Asir basically mingled with the humans that were here, and that's where the Atlanteans came from.
Yeah.
So I would say it goes back to right around the fall of Atlantis.
Wow. Yeah, you think so?
And
So.
Yeah.
What else? How?
Um, the
Stumbled
reason why
upon
I say
this.
that is because the Atlanteans were like basically the incarnate of our highest potential, right?
Yeah, they were lit.
So who would be opposed to that?
Anybody
But
who wanted power again, or who wanted power over whatever.
because reptilians were stronger than us, they could lie dormant underground for a extended period of time and let humans kill each other and then just come back like a superpower. I mean, so you gotta. I say to beat the enemy, you gotta think like them almost.
Oh,
Like think like a snake. What's a snake gonna do during the winter months? It's gonna bury itself. Like
yeah.
when was the big last long winter? 10,000 BC, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right, so they come out around then and realize that most of the nomadic tribes have been scattered instead of, you know, bunched up like they used to be before the ice age.
Wow.
So you have these reptilian like creatures that come out and are basically godlike to our inferior minds at the time because we have regressed to a animalistic and survivalist need of just beating the ice age.
Okay.
So you have these creatures come out, you're going to fear them,
Yeah.
and there's two ways to approach it. Either you fear them and they dominate you, or they placate to that fear and say, "Oh no, 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 we're friends, and we're going to show you the way that you need to go."
Wow.
And that's where I would say that kind of thing is because they need that blood as well.
Yo.
It's not necessarily, offerings up to demonic gods. It is now because there's power received in it, but also you have that reptilian mindset. I mean, there's all kinds of different hands in the pot, the way I look at it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Question: did you ever watch Aquaman?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't. I normally don't watch movies, so like especially now since I know what Hollywood's all about. But a friend of mine told me, she's like, "Yo, you got to see Aquaman." She just had the hots for that perv, but I gave it a shot anyway, and it's I didn't know it's going to Atlantis, dude.
Oh
Is
yeah.
so
So
from what you know and from watching the movie, is there a correlation? Is that shit like based on shit that's already known?
mer people are different than Atlanteans.
So they're mermaids who live in the ocean of Atlantis or some shit.
Well, I want to say Atlantis is actually that Ricard structure in Sahara.
Sahara, is that another movie?
No, it's in the
In the-
Sahara Desert,
oh,
the eye of the Sahara. It's called the Ricard structure, and Plato visited Atlantis supposedly, and Dionysus the Areopagus, he they both wrote about it. And what was written through Plato's words were, I mean, down to the T of measurements of the geological thing on. And if you look at that Ricard structure, it basically lines up with what Plato wrote. Like if you could pull it up,
I got a 6-minute video that is proof that the Ricot structure was a lake at the time of Atlantis. Do you want to spend 7 minutes down a rabbit hole with it?
we can. But
I have the
I
hots for you, Marley.
really have no doubt because if you look at the structure itself, this would be the time of the Anunnaki.
This time with
Right.
Atlantis.
Yes, Atlantis was,
Yo, I
they
don't
were
know shit today. This is crazy.
the sons and daughters of humans mingling with the Anunnaki, which were called the Asir, and that created the Atlantean beings.
Wow. Whoa. Wow. Yo, where did you read this? Where did you learn this? I'm not questioning it. I'm just fascinated because I don't think you don't know. I don't think you don't know any. You know everything, dude. You're like a manpedia.
I do a lot of research. I watch different videos like the infographic show. I mean, I watch all kinds of things, and then I start digging on it because I don't want to just take someone else's word for it. Same thing, like I tell y'all, don't take my word for it.
Yeah.
Go find this shit. But like, yeah, I started digging, and then I've actually done a lot of history work. Like, as a kid, the encyclopedias were like my best friend. So,
Yeah.
like, I mean, Greek mythology, that era, like ancient Greece, was huge to me. And that has all kinds of rabbit holes that lead to all these other things.
Mhm.
And then, since I've become a Mason, I've like dug deep in all that shit. And then
Mm.
a good bit into Egyptian work.
Yeah,
I'm,
dude.
I'm still studying on that stuff.
No, Lex, I definitely want to go check out. I know you retracted that, but I liked it. I liked that. I want to go hear it from as well. I sometimes feel like I'm being yelled at when I go to Young Pharaoh, and I don't like the feeling of being yelled at. And that's not my only beef. I want him to just like not yell at me. Sit, dude. Sit, dude.
But
He does, and I can't wait to hear him say it because he's passionate. I know he's not yelling at us, but Thomas,
yes,
this is gnarly, bro. So, if I'm understanding correctly, you're saying the interbreeding between man and Anunnaki was during the time of Atlantis.
that's what those offspring created Atlantis.
Got it. And that makes perfect sense that boom, you got your wisest creations on Earth. They've got the brain of what we would know as, Anunnaki. And what do they create? The greatest what was Atlantis like for people who don't know?
So basically the futuristic utopia. Like they had like that old cartoon from Disney, Atlantis, with them trying to find it and how they had souped up technology, and it was used through like the crystalline structures that were on Earth at that time.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I mean they basically were intellectual enough to tune into the higher frequencies and then make those higher frequencies material. And with that, add it to like crystals and stuff. You know how crystals have resonances and all of that. I mean, it's all kinds of things like that. So super high tech technology. The Greek gods' weapons were Atlantean weapons, like the Celtic, the Light of Ireland, the Child of Light in Ireland. I can't remember his name. Like the Tuatha De Danann.
I don't know
That
that.
that was basically the offspring of the Atlanteans that moved to Ireland and started the Celtic traditions.
Wow.
Like you got to think Atlantis basically helped repopulate the world after the nuclear fight between the two brothers of the Anunnaki, Enlil and Enki. Enki was like, basically what the Muslims would consider Allah, that very vengeful and wrathful type deity. Enlil was the scientist and who helped kind of manipulate our DNA. He was the lesser brother. Like, I mean, it's all about bloodlines and lineage, and like the older gets the throne, Well, Mesopotamia was their cornerstone. And Enlil was kind of mad. I might have their names confused, but regardless, I mean, they're two brothers, and the brother that was the scientist and like the basically Thoth Trismegistus, from Egypt, the emerald tablets and stuff.
Yeah.
That was like the other brother, the lesser brother. Apparently.
So well, you're telling me the lesser brother is the one who was actually doing like the splicing of DNA and shit?
Right, that and like basically giving the light of intelligence to humans, even though we were a so-called intelligent race because we had civilization and tribal communes. But until then, we didn't have these grand, huge structures and like massive amounts of technology. So yeah, Thoth was the lesser brother.
Oh, Thoth was. Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Hermes Trismegistus is like what he's thought of as the human, but they in Egypt he's the bird-faced hieroglyph, and it carries the serpent staff that spirals, and it's like our medical field now. That's got the cross and the serpent.
Yeah. Here.
There's a reason for that. It goes back to him.
Oh.
So he basically moved headquarters to South America. Like, I can't remember exactly where. It could have been in Brazil, but I don't particularly remember. But regardless, the two brothers warred constantly over rule of mankind. And it came to basically nuclear proportions. And the reason why I say that is when you look at the Richard structure, I mean, there's been documented proof that the Sahara Desert was not always a desert, and it was populated by rainforest.
Oh, that's so, yeah, man. Who talks about it? He goes on Joe Rogan's show a lot. And
I can't remember, but I mean, he's adamant.
You can tell because it has water erosion that implies that it's way older than it was. And it used to be the head of a lion. It wasn't, what is it? I don't know what it is now, but.
So if you look at the Richard structure, and if you look at basically the watermarks and how the sand is washed towards the east, that indicates a massive tidal wave hit Atlantis. They always say Atlantis was sunk. Well, by what? Like, it doesn't just fall into the ocean like that. Even if the San Andreas Fault just went haywire and split, California wouldn't sink. Some of it would be underwater, yes, but the land would be there.
Yeah.
So the same thing.
Check this out. Now is the perfect time to interlude. Let's see if we can watch this without
about some of the research I've been doing around ancient lakes in the Sahara, ancient rivers in the Sahara, and actually prove.
Well, can you hear it?
I cannot.
Oh yeah. I was just playing a video. Oh, you can't hear it? Oh, you probably have yours turned down. Okay, here we go. This is 6-minute proof that the Richard structure was a lake. Well, it's just saying that it was the lake at the time of Atlantis. It's not saying that's where Atlantis was, right? Or are you saying?
I'm saying it very well could be because of Plato's description. And it had 3 rivers that.
Hey guys, great.
I mean, just all kinds of stuff that aligns with Plato's writings.
I found a better one, but this one's way too long. But there's, we could definitely have a fucking watch party. It's not way too long compared to our standards, but it's evidence from the ground that Richard structure is Atlantis.
Right.
And you know all about this.
Yes, sir.
We can just get it from you, man. What is it that shocks people when they watch this?
I don't know this particular video, but I have seen I don't think it was Josh Gates with the Expedition Unknown, but one of those Nat Geo shows.
Yeah.
They went to the place. And the clay there, basically, or it's not sand, it's like ripped up clay.
Yeah, we're looking at it right now.
and they're like, why would clay be here?
That's it. We don't have to watch 39 minutes.
So, and if you dig, well, like that structure is like highly, highly sensitive, and they don't want to tear it up.
It's on
But
Gmore.
if you go find just a picture that we can zoom in on it.
Yeah. What do I type in? Rickett structure clay?
No, just any of it.
Oh yeah, hold up. Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
Weird that they call it a structure, man.
Yeah. Right.
This is it right there. Holy smokes.
That one on the left.
Oh, this one right here.
That one right there.
It's an eye. Looks like an eye.
We'll zoom in real quick on it if you can.
This is a shitty photo. It's got a terrible resolution. Maybe I'll get better luck here. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just do a quick filter. Guys, this is why DuckDuckGo is super sick. You can just go like, I want wallpaper resolution. Boom. That one's fucking extravagant. So we're going to be able to zoom in as much as possible on this one. That's a secret. That's a good Lion Film secret.
What's up? All right. So
What?
zooming in.
Yeah, here, let me see if I can go further. Oh, I can. Oh, we're getting in there, dog. Okay, wait. You want me to get into this hole?
All right. Right where your mouse is, go up to those 3 little lines coming down from the mountain.
1, 2, 3. These ones. 1, 2, 3.
Left a little bit.
Oh, to the left, huh?
It looks like river basins right there.
Right here, this darkness.
Nuh-uh. Up just a little bit on. See, that's a mountain ridge that lines the north. Well, that's the second structure that you just had. Not that far up. You see where the blue is, kind of.
Yeah, here.
Not right there, but up there on the top left of the structure.
I suck, dog. This is right. Are you seeing left? Are we switched? That's probably why. I don't know.
Right.
Is this
on the left side?
Do you want me to move out of this zone? Am I in the right zone? Are you getting me lagged? Or no, you're not.
No, I'm not. Like, all right, so you're on the right side of the structure. Or you were. The left side, kind of top left, right there. All right, that. You see the 3 lines that are in the mountains right there? That's one. To the left is one. Yep, those 3 right there. Yep. All right, so that would be the north-facing mountain that Plato talked about, and it was 3 beautiful rivers that cascaded into the waterfalls over the outer wall.
Yeah.
Now, Atlantis had 3 rings, and we can perfectly see them right there in the center.
Yep.
All right, so what's crazy is he measured them, and it's like 60 kilometers from the outer wall to the edge of the second wall. And then from the second wall to the inner wall was like 26 kilometers. And inside the inner wall, the center of the eye there, was the city itself. The second barrier was like their crops and their means of sustaining themselves. And the third wall was basically the defensive barrier. But it was, the way it was built was not only militaristic and whatever, but I mean, regardless, there was a purpose the way they built Atlantis, and it utilized technology that they had for their advancement.
Yes, of course.
That's basically the best way I can explain it.
Have you seen Venus Project? The modern day Venus Project?
Modern day Venus Project. I have not.
It's by Jacques Fresco. He's an older man who recently passed away, but he designed like the perfect city. and it's designed like this, and the living happens in the center, and you have a lot of systems underground that pretty much handle everyone's living, because actually I think it's the opposite. Is the living's out here, and all the businesses and stuff are in the center. I'll show you guys Jacques. He's phenomenal, and I think he's doing it in Florida. Like, he's starting his own trial run. But there's a thing to having cities like this. There's benefits. You can have pipes underneath everyone's house that goes in a circle and filters water in everyone's house. So you can recycle your water. It's like the coolest thing. I'll show y'all.
If you back out on the very far left of that picture, like,
are we still going to be near here? This guy, like this weird shit?
Not really, but right there on this far left mountain ridge, kind of. You see how the sand up on the top of the picture now?
Yeah, the top, right? Yeah, all the sand.
Yeah, and over there in the top left corner.
Yeah, this stuff. What's that?
The sand looks like it's washed over that mountain ridge.
Oh, like waterwood, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of emblematical of a tidal wave washing across that coastline. And, they've done research of the coastal territories around Africa.
Wow.
Atlantis would have been right near the edge of the Atlantic Ocean. So all this was probably coastal shelf that got washed up because the tidal wave brought in so much debris. Like, where your cursor is would basically have been like that. Most of that mountain ridge would have been underwater.
Yeah, it would have been gone. We would never, maybe it wasn't supposed to, maybe it was supposed to be hidden, and it didn't. I mean, look how much of it survived enough for us to see. This could have been under all that sand.
Right.
It's almost like the energy there wouldn't allow it. Why didn't it? Did they have some kind of something up here? Was 11 there from Stranger Things, just like holding down the front?
She very well could have been. That's crazy.
Wow. What a hole. Yeah, G Morty, you know a lot. I can tell. G Morty's looks like it. Yeah, dude, it's like Tesla coil stuff.
Yep.
Jacques Fresco, Venus Project. Y'all, this guy he died recently. But man, the Venus Project, check this out. Yeah, let's go. Y'all got to see. What a sweet old man. Very smart guy. Projects. Can I just see, visit the Venus Project? You can go there now. You can actually go there. The Venus Project Tour Seminars, the Venus Project Research. This might be the one we're going to watch right now. Check it out. 1 minute.
We came here in the early 80s, and this land was a flat tomato field. There was no water. There were no palm trees. We planted hundreds of palm trees, and we made a little paradise here.
We put up new buildings, waterways, lakes, flowers, fruit, vegetables, growing on the land.
We laid out this land to show what the outskirts of Jacques cities may look like. We have a wide variety of animal life. We have alligators, deer, otters, raccoon. We have owls and many different birds. This is a migratory path for birds.
Interesting.
And we have these dome structures.
Yeah, there we go. This is the house.
One of the students said, well, I don't know if I want to live in a dome. You're always in a dome. Your brain is in a dome now.
Yes.
It's the most efficient shape that evolution has evolved.
Yes.
A dome is strong. In a hurricane, you lose no shingles.
Yes.
It is fireproof. You have no termite sprays. Termites break their jaws chewing on a concrete dome. So you don't have all the problems that you have. Look, the environmentalists say, stop cutting down the forest, but 90% of them live in wooden houses. So if you stop cutting down the forest, let the forest be.
Oh, here it is. Resource-based economy. I know it's getting choppy. We'll give it a little breather right now so we could catch up. You got an idea of the kind of domes they are building and how efficient they are. It's pretty smart, huh?
It is. I caught the tail of that.
It gets better because when you start to like look at the nitty gritty, like where your waste goes. So and how far you are from the center of like how everything works connected. They're all purely connected cities in a way that we haven't really seen at all. Like it's a resource-based economy. So also though, if I remember correctly, yeah, dude, if I remember correctly, this is some socialism shit because you don't need to work. You got autonomous systems that will like, yeah, I don't know. I have to dig into it more. I'm afraid to share videos right now because of the streaming. It seems like it gets choppy. So everyone in there, let me know. Used to live by that, Marley? What?
Yeah, I'm going through.
Huh?
I was just going back through the feed and looking at all the stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's always nice. Wow. What, dude? Marley, what? For 10 years. That's so sick. So you know what's up. Did you ever watch videos on it? Did you enjoy the Venus Project? That's cool, Marley. Did not know that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, the Venus Project here. I'm gonna fast forward to some cool stuff because it's like someone designed a city like they would in Atlantis. So Lemuria was the same time as Atlantis, correct? Or no?
The what?
Atlantis and Lemuria, they were around the same time?
Lemuria, yeah. Yes. So that was a different race.
What's their race compared to Atlantis?
Hateful cousins.
Oh, Lemurians were hateful cousins?
Yeah.
I thought they were all peaceful, man.
I mean, they were very peaceful. I'm just saying, like, you got to think the Atlanteans were the powerhouse and the militaristic and the advanced. The Lemurians were like just as advanced, but sought peace.
Yeah. Thanks, Gabrielle. So they didn't have power then. They had spirituality, correct? In that sense, they did have more power than Atlantis. What's going on Lemuria during this whole thing on Atlantis?
I would say that the Lemurians would probably most likely be the descendants of the female Anunnaki because they came in threes. And, you know, and Lil and Enki were the two brothers that were fighting all the time. Well, they had a sister or mother, depending on how you want to look at it. But
what?
Yeah, and it was through her enticings that the lesser brother started mixing DNAs and stuff. And I would say the Lemurians were a product of some of those experiments.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say like cat people, but
not people. I'm not gonna say aliens, but aliens.
Right.
Wow, bro.
I mean, like, cause you gotta think like a more advanced race, but would you call it advanced or just a different branch of experimental evolution?
I'd probably call it that.
Right. So
Lyrans in the house. Do you think they're Lyrans?
It very well could be, yeah.
I'm a Lyran a little bit with a little bit of Venetian. There's a lot of things you can look online. You can find out where your soul's from, folks. If you haven't done it before, you'll know when you read it. You'll just know. It's like when you're a kid and you choose your favorite Power Ranger. You know what's cool, man? It's like I'm friends with one of the Power Rangers that I used to watch when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah.
Which might ask.
He was the white one, but in the later seasons.
You're afraid of
season.
Tommy? Oh shit.
Not that Tommy. No. I know that Tommy, dude. That guy's historical. This guy's the Red Ranger, actually. I'll show you. He's on Instagram.
Okay, I know what you're
He
talking
likes
about.
the films.
Yeah.
JC's in the house.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I know. I'm fighting the good fight. I almost wanted to give up yesterday. It's fucking crazy. So dramatic. What a day too yesterday was, and today. 8/18. This is a very powerful day. Here, I'm gonna read something for all us Leos. I got an email about today and the energy of today.
I was supposed to say, is it closing or beginning to close today?
I think it's I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know. Fuck. I don't know what. Okay, it's got to be here. Okay, we're good. Do you sometimes not sleep at all while you're working?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said before,
You'll pull all-nighters, 24 hours, no sleep?
I mean, like, cause what's crazy is I'll lay in bed, and the next thing I'll know, it'll be like 11 o'clock, and I've just been scrolling, or I'll be talking to you, or I'm like, fuck, it's late. So I'll finally put my phone down, and then the tone drops, and we're working for the next few hours, and it's like, when you finally get back to the station, you're just looking at the clock and you're like, fuck, it's 5 o'clock. Might as well stay up because in an hour and a half, my shift's going to be over.
That is hilarious, brother. I had a feeling, man.
It does happen, but I try my best to get some rest just because, I mean, it will beat you down after a while.
Right, dude? Right? It will. Man, I don't know where I got that email. Here, I'm going to try one more time right here. Yeah. Huh?
Charles is funny.
Hope. Can't find it. Man. Here, I'll probably Google it. 8/18 Leo energy.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. This looks like it. That wasn't so bad. New moon in Leo today.
Sweet.
Happy new moon in Leo. If this happens to be your birthday month, lucky you. We can all feel a bit relieved with no eclipses in sight this month. And 3 personal planets, Sun, Moon, and Mercury, shining brightly in Leo. My Mercury's in Leo. My Sun's in Leo. This is a great time to de-stress and enjoy the mid-summer's fresh air and sunshine. Remember back to the major total solar eclipse. Yeah, what's up? You got something to say?
I was just saying, like I told you yesterday, patience.
Oh, I know that's the biggest one, man. Right?
Indeed.
Eclipses are cosmic time capsules. There's no eclipses. What else is this trying to tell us, man? This isn't what I thought I was reading. New intentions related to the positive qualities of that sun. I have a lot of new. I've been pushed into like creating something new. That's been the new thing for me. It's been pretty cool. Here, we're gonna tie it back. We're gonna just reel it back a little bit. So when we went off on our side tangent and started looking at where Atlantis could be, you're telling me that because of what the Anunnaki are, who they are, for some reason, it is blood that gets them going. Is it them, or is it them having a power to a dimensional realm where they summon something else?
It very well could be the latter. I don't think the Anunnaki themselves were about blood sacrifices. Like we start to see more and more of our blood sacrifices, like in Egypt, in the Mayan and Aztec cultures, in Cambodia, even Genghis Khan, like the Mongols, they did that. Like they drank the blood of their enemies. Like it was like somewhere along the lines, the tribal conception of war changed to basically like gorging on your enemies, not only killing them and making them submit, but then taking from their bodies.
Wow.
And I mean, it's speculative, really, because what point in history do you go back to find where that wasn't happening? And it's kind of hard because a lot of those ancient things are kept from us.
Yeah, they are.
So
Are you talking right now?
I'm not. I was.
Oh, okay. I heard something and I started tripping. Here, I'm gonna show us something real quick. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Oops, I don't want to show my whole screen. Why do I keep doing that? Here, this is the old man who talks about what we started at the last podcast with.
Hey, Katie had a good idea. You can sell your astrology works.
Who said that?
Miss Katie.
Miss Katie, that's a good idea. I thought of that this morning. I could like add it to the Good Lion stream somehow, make it real personable. I don't know. But yeah, I could maybe make it a separate thing. I do it for everyone. And people like hit me up all the time. Like, dude, I don't even know who people are. And they're like, can you do this for my friend? If I did, I could charge $5. It'd be fine. Like, dude, it's $5. I can do it in 5 minutes. It's because I've done it so many times. All right, here, check it out.
There's two Trumps.
Okay.
The one in the red tie is the real one. The one in the blue tie is not. The one you saw last night after the victory was the blue tie. Now, if you would punch up
Hold on.
Dr. Carson, Ben Carson, when Trump called him a pedophile, and the next day he joined Trump. And the guy asked him, see, every now and then you slip and say so. He said, why'd you do that? He says, it's two Trumps. I was with the good one. You see it there. Just punch up. When somebody interviewed him, he said, there's two Donald Trumps. That's easy to pull up.
Okay.
He says punch up like it's the old computer.
I was Googling Ben Carson pedophile. I was Googling the wrong thing.
No, he called him that the day before. So you know he got something on him if he's going to make him the next day say, I join you.
Dr. Ben Carson, there are two Donald Trumps.
There it is.
Oh, he just verified Ben Carson. He just verified that, dude. Wait, I had no clue about Carson, but now I kind of see it.
That's fucking funny.
I didn't catch.
That's gonna hit home.
I know, man. That right there. Wow. I feel like many of my traits are not characteristic of Leos, Kelly Casey says. Well, Kelly, if you're comfortable telling me your birthday on here, I have a theory. Because Western astrology is not correct. Just like how anything in the West, English included, is created to confuse and to distract. There's Vedic astrology that's been used from the Vedics. In India, they even have a northern and an eastern Vedic astrology. There's not much of a difference. I guess there is actually. But when you get your moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, when you get your whatever's in that, whatever constellation your planet's in, those are going to be similar because they're using sidereal time. And boom, you are more Cancer than you are Leo. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's it. Because check this out. Okay. The cusp between Virgo and Leo is August 22nd to whatever. They give it some couple days or something. That's Western using Greenwich time, created 200, 300 years ago. Not really something that is been around for a while. And then there's sidereal calculated time, which is what Vedic uses. And the difference now is that you don't have the cusp between the 22nd, 24th, whatever. It goes to 2 weeks in the future to September 5th to the 10th, about there. So if you apply that logic and go back a couple streets and you got Cancer's new areas, you're going to be more Cancer. Boom. Because I think that you're like almost on the new cusp. You're like at the new cusp. And then everything else in your sign might just cancel out that Leo, you know? Like sometimes Leo's got to be the center number one, but you might have a lot of shy qualities in there or sweetheart qualities where you don't want it. Like it balances out in a way. Because sometimes people think Leos are annoying because they got confidence. Like Aries, they just like to shine, you know? But then there's Geminis who like to talk. And I got my Venus in Gemini, so I can chitter chatter all day. You've seen it. We've done 8-hour podcasts before. That was fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, that's my rant. Hit me up, guys, if you want your chart done, man. I'll charge y'all $2. Because really, it's nothing for me. It's more fun. Just email me. Yeah, your brother's on the cusp. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Miss Katie, that's a qualification, I guess. Wait, hold on. Let me see this. QPG. Oh. I haven't even done your chart yet. All right, I can do your chart. I'm catching up.
Go ahead, link to your email.
Oh, yeah. Nick at Good Lion Films. Oh, wow. What else is happening that's really interesting? We were going to watch this thing that the homie who DDK sent, G Morty sent us. He sent us down a hole. Gave us a hole to go down called The Blood, the Ark, and the Covenant. Although, I'm going to need your help, Mr. G Morty, if you're still here. I don't see anything that's specifically that title, so I don't know. Is it from Arc Files that has 2 million views? Is it from Taliban? I'll show you, because I mean, maybe we'll go down this hole. He said it's going to blow our mind, and it's Tuesday. I'm probably not going to work later. I'm probably just doing this. Maybe I will. You gotta have naughty lions, folks, because we're all versions of ourselves, and there's lots of versions in one self. So, you know, I'm not the same person every day, but I got the same qualities some days, you know. Gotta get freaky. Whatever that means, you can use your whatever. I don't even know what that means myself, but I know what it means myself. Arc Files. Oh, it's from Arc Files. Sick, dude. All right, man. Learn the amazing stories of how and where the Ark of the Covenant was found, what it means, and when the world gets to see it, or when the world gets to see the 10 Commandments. Yo, this is from last year. This is almost a delta. Let's see. Yeah, we really get our mind blown, huh? This is juicy. Mm. What are we living in, guys? I don't even know what we're living in. The Ark is a person, someone says. I love this. Everyone needs to see this. These comments, this is what I do. The Ark required blood sacrifice. Let's take a moment to think about that. Let's see. No, it didn't. It is the throne of the Almighty Divine Presence on earth, the golden altar of incense. All right, I don't want to like make fun of anybody, but all right. Let's watch this. You guys want to watch this?
Sacrifices. I mean, it wasn't like you had to give it blood, but if you touched it, I mean, it killed you and like took your essence.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's talked about. Don't look at it. Don't touch it. And they did it anyways, and they were disintegrated and absorbed into it.
Wow. Yeah, this could be a purgatory, man. Sometimes I wonder, like, I feel like I'm serving a sentence. Sometimes I feel like this is like the coolest jail sentence ever. Because I know when I'm dead, nothing is gonna matter that happened here. Because that's just all I hear about. It feels so good to be out of your body and spirit that you don't want to go back. Makes you wonder, like, and if there's no time, I always worry, like, oh, what about my daughter? What if when I die, my daughter's gonna be there? I'd be like, oh, what? You know? It's trippy, huh? Yeah, this isn't a family show. I guess Charles was joking. That's funny. You can be as crazy as you want, folks. This is free speech central, man. You can say fuck YouTube. You can say anything. Sorry, YouTube. Not really. Just kidding. I don't know what I did, so I don't want to do it again. All right, here. Let's watch this. You down, dude? You want to hang out for 48 minutes?
I'm down. I mean,
let's go, dude. I don't think I'll get in trouble, but I'm gonna leave it like this. That way, and I'll make it a little bit bigger. But that way, I don't think they could tell that I'm playing it.
Well, as long as we keep talking ish, not really. Say hey, what's up once in a while.
How about I just like pause it every now and then and just start talking? Oh yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Whatchamacallit? Amelia sent me the like the reasons why it happened. You can only like have 50% of pixels, and I don't know. She sent me a whole list of reasons why YouTube's fucked up like that. So I'll shoot it for you later.
So this is what I'll do. I'm gonna do what one of my favorite channels does, and this is why I want to get a new software for streaming. Okay, I'm gonna stop the share. I'll move this over here, and I'm gonna share my whole desktop, and I'm gonna make sure I have a small amount on the screen to share. Oops. And then that way, it'll be a little nicer. Let's see. Yeah, like this. We can read everyone's comments, and here we go. You said 50% of the screen?
Hold on, what was she saying? It was like, so she said the thing she learned about YouTube when playing others' videos, you can have only use less than 50% of the pixels and have commentary so you won't get in trouble.
Use 50% less of theirs.
Right, and then it doesn't always work though. Also, playing the entire video will cause copyright infringement, like what we did with old Greg.
But then if we pause a little bit.
Right. And then for music.
Oh yeah, you can play the little films. I think that's what it is. If you, because I've done this before and I've like gotten lucky and was able to fully monetize Obamagate 1 or 2, and is because it's on a little TV. Because I was experimenting with cool stuff and I would make it on a TV, so it was less than 50% pixels on the screen. So that being the case, I never got in trouble before. Let's just do it. Let's roll. Yeah. I'm sorry for interrupting you, man. I interrupt. This way, at least you guys can see yourselves. So here's the desktop. Now you guys are just gonna get my whole desktop. You can see what I see. I'll hit play. Lit. Oh, you got some lions, dude. Sick, bruh. Got some lions, dude. Who's opening these doors? I didn't see anybody open those doors. Have you seen this, Tom?
I have not.
The Ark of the Covenant is a secret gold-covered object known to the Jews, Christians, and also the Muslims. It has also been made known to a wider audience by being depicted in various movies. But what is the Ark of the Covenant? The oldest text written about it is the Torah, found in the Jewish Tanakh and in the Old Testament of the Bible. It tells us about the supreme God, the one who claimed to be the creator of planet Earth. He wrote 10 laws on 2 tables of stone. These stones were then placed into a gold-covered chest. The chest itself was then closed with a seat or lid with 2 cherubims, one on each side of the lid. The ark was used for 2 different purposes. It was above this seat the creator of the earth would manifest himself, as the law and the ark functioned as a throne for the creator. Secondly, it was put into a sanctuary system along with other holy objects. No one was allowed to enter the room that housed the ark, except once every year, where a high priest brought blood into the room and placed the blood in front of the ark and on the seat of the ark. This signified how the people's transgressions against the law in the ark had been brought to justice, by a substitute's blood being brought before the throne. It was later moved to the first temple in Jerusalem. Sometime before the Babylonians besieged the city and destroyed the temple, it is assumed that it was hidden or that it disappeared. Since then, many scholars, theologians, historians, and archaeologists have wondered what had happened to it, or if it had even existed. Was it a fact or was it a myth? No one was allowed to touch the ark. On more than one occasion, those who violated this law were struck dead. It also followed the Israelites into war. When it was captured by enemies, they were struck by plagues until they returned it to its guardians. It was thought to have magical powers. Over many years, there have been many ark hunters looking for the Ark of the Covenant, or trying to understand the significance of the ark. Many have made replicas of it. More than one have claimed to have discovered it, but so far, no one has brought evidence of their findings so they could be examined. But one claim was to stand out from all the others in a very special and heart-wrenching way.
Okay, sorry. I had to turn on my mic. Did you hear them say that a blood was needed? Thomas?
What?
Oh, Ty, what's up? Did I hear them say blood was needed for the sacrifice? Is that what I heard?
I think I heard that too. I was in and out on the chat. You know what kind of stuck out to me though was it being enveloped in a golden light.
Yeah.
You know, most of our mosaic art from biblical times, saints are embraced in that golden light. And you know, that's the opening and functioning of the crown chakra.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like Lydia was saying, the ark could just be the embodiment of God's will in a person.
Did you have any kind of did anything trigger when Charles asked if they ever found this on Oak Island? Did you ever watch Oak Island?
Oh, I watched Oak Island like a motherfucker. And
This is perfect. Cool. Tell everyone what Oak Island is and what why it's special. The whole show and the purpose and everyone trying to find what's there.
So, Oak Island was originally thought to be a hiding hole of ancient treasure. And I mean, there's like a curse there as well, because the vaults that hold this treasure are encased in cement and like 260 feet down or something like that. But every time you hit a certain point, there were flood shafts that would flood the entire vault and everything, all progress that was made. And the reason why there's a curse is because the people that first started digging back in like I can't remember, 1800s sometime, the father and the son working on the project both died.
From the beginning, that was the first time?
Right. And apparently there was like a prophecy saying that it would take 7 deaths before the vaults would make themselves open. And throughout, since the first project of digging, there has been 6 deaths up to now. Now on the show, one of the older guys, now there's a whole lot of Freemasons in that show, by the way. Wow. Freemasons are trying to keep it under wraps. Templars are trying to keep it under wraps. There's the supposed thing that the swamp there is linked to Captain Kidd. Now, Captain Kidd was a British privateer that worked for the East India Trading Company. And when he was ordered to attack all vessels, basically French or Spanish, that were leaving from India, he worked around like Madagascar. He just started basically looting them instead of taking their goods and putting them back in the British pocket. He just became a pirate, essentially.
Wow.
And he had so many warrants out on his head that his motive was to bury treasure all through like the Canary Islands, all throughout the Caribbean, and along the East Coast, because he lived in New York for like 18 years while he had a bounty on his head. And no one ever did anything. And it wasn't until someone gave him up to Parliament and word was returned back to like the governor at the time, and he had to make his escape, and he basically went back to pirating. But it's a thought that he buried a lot of his treasure in Oak Island. Now, there's also back to the Templars at the fall of Acre, supposedly with the Ark, with the Grail, and many other religious texts, and much of the Templars' wealth in the Holy Land, they brought it here. And then there's evidence of the Templars making landfall on the New World as it was, like in Newfoundland, and like, yeah, I mean, like where the Vikings landed, the Templars also landed. And then also up there in northeastern part of America where Oak Island is, there's evidence of Templar involvement. So with all that, it's sorry, I just realized I have my camera on. Hello.
Yeah, it's been on for a while, and I thought, oh, maybe he just doesn't want to show his face. And yeah, your camera's on. That's funny, bro.
I'm gonna turn it off now, though.
Hey, Mike, if you ever want us to watch one of your films on the live stream, let us know, dude. We could do that right now. So Thomas, keep going. I like where you're going with that, man. I like where you've gone, and where are they at right now with the show?
Well, on the show, one of the older guys, it's funny. Well, I'm not gonna just say how I can know, but it's funny when I watch the show. I start pointing out all the Masons. Like me and my dad will watch it, and I'm like, he's a Mason. He's a Mason. He's a Mason. It's funny to me because I'm like, once you know, you kind of know, and you just can point them out.
Wow.
I don't know. It's like a sick game to me, but
Callie saw you pick your nose, bro.
Snap! It happened. Have one of those good crusties.
Was that happening? I didn't see it.
I didn't know I did either. So
I think she's just joking.
I probably did that. So right now, it's the guy that is like the oldest recorded treasure hunter out there. I can't remember his name. He's like 80 something. I think he like just died this year, like late last year. And he's working on the project kind of more as a consultant. And they're thinking that would be the 7th death needed and that they're actually going to find something. I'm more thinking that it actually has to be in the process of the digging or excavating that the death comes, because most of them are like buried or die on the island, or so like it's really like the media, or not the media, but the show itself has kind of alluded to these things and also covered some of it up. I think it's because it's become a big hit in entertainment. It is now more of a story than it is like a true treasure hunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I have no doubt that it could be any of the three, some kind of holy relics from the Templars or just massive amounts of Templar wealth. It could be the French vessel that was sunk by the Spanish that had like the crown jewels and all that, and they tried to save it. Or it could be Captain Kidd's own buried treasure that he has hundreds of supposed sites where he kept treasure buried though. So like and they found some off of St. Thomas, I believe, one of his old ships. And like it's his privateer ship that apparently he sunk when he got back to the like St. Thomas. He sunk his British ship, and he didn't want people to like. They knew who he was, were looking for him, knew what ship he had, so he sank his ship, and then basically bought a smaller vessel and went through like the Canary Islands and stuff.
Wow, dude. I gotta pause real quick. I just learned that Mike from What If This Happened had his video taken down. That's what I'm showing on the screen. It's okay. I don't let them get me down. It's because I put NAMBLA as part of the LGBT movement, and they are. Of course they are. NAMBLA. So is Spielberg and what's his name? Bill Maher. So this is it, right? This is the video that you had that got taken down, or what? Like, this isn't public, or is that the one you did before? Wow, did they give you a warning? Didn't give you a strike, right? You want to come on and talk about it? Wait a sec. Okay, good thing they didn't take down this one, like your big hitter. What does that mean? Warm? What did I do?
I saw the Templars did have the Grail. And funny, the history show Nightfall kind of touches on it. You know, the Grail is not a object. I've said it before, and I've talked about it.
And
It's
what is it? Are you there?
it's the Grail is a bloodline.
Ah.
Let's see. There we go.
Can't go this, bro. I got a lot to look at here. I'm not looking at one thing here. Get a little time out for you, motherfucker. It's more again, dude. It's a bloodline. That makes more sense. What's up with this bloodline?
So, like I've said before, you know, they put things in a whatchamacallit, in a construed idea of truth blanketed in fiction and falsehood, right? That's basically how Hollywood and entertainment works. And History Channel showed off a really cool show about the Templars called Nightfall. And it actually does a lot of truth to history. Like, you know, we get Friday the 13th thinking it's a funny indication of like Jason or something, but actually Friday the 13th was when the King of France, along with the Pope's order, massacred the entire Templar order within France. And it was on like October 9th or Friday the 13th, October like 1609 or something. I can't remember the exact date. 1309, I can't remember. My brain's mush. But yeah, so October the 13th actually, or Friday the 13th actually comes from the massacre of King Philip's order to kill off all the Templars. They burned them at the stake as heretics and blasphemers for like due to a internal feud, and basically they gave away some of the secrets of the Templars. They had a ancient relic that depicted like Saint, I don't know if it's Saint George or one of the old Templar knights, and it was a dual-headed skull, and the other skull was of Baphomet, and it symbolized that a great battle between the two, and it was basically a revered relic.
Wow.
So they looked at that as paganism and basically burnt them at the stake. And it was all because the King of France owed the Paris Temple massive amounts of money.
Wow.
And during this time, it was like the second wave of the Crusades. You know, the Acre had already fallen, so the Templar Order itself was very much broken. And back in the Western world, it was kind of trying to pick up the pieces, really.
Wow.
And yeah, they got burned. Part of that though, it talks about how one of like the main characters, they find the Grail and whatnot, and they're trying to keep it safe, but in the shaft of the Grail, like the chalice itself, was like a secret compartment, and it was a scroll, and it had the names of the bloodline that were descendant, and one of the main characters was supposedly of that bloodline. That's why they've kept him alive for so long. And like, but that's just the story that history shows now, like History Channel shows, not just history, but throughout history, you know, there's been different sects and belief that allude to that bloodline. And, you know, I've talked about it a good bit. I mean, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have no doubt in my mind it's there. That doesn't conflict with my belief and with, the greater good and how I feel about God and see God and Jesus. But I still have no doubts of a bloodline.
Yeah. Here, let's keep watching. Let's keep watching a couple more minutes of this. And we might get sucked in, but I bet you it's going to tie into everything you're talking about. Here we go.
Many Ark hunters looking for the Ark of the Covenant or trying to understand the significance of the Ark. Many have made replicas of it. More than one have claimed to have discovered it, but so far no one has brought evidence of their findings so they could be examined. But one claim was to stand out from all the others in a very special and heart-wrenching way. The disappearance of the Ark has been a mystery for a very long time. All the sources mentioning its hiding place were written long after its disappearance and is clearly based on either legends or even guesswork. The last time it was mentioned in the Bible was when King Josiah ordered it to be placed back into the temple. But we also know that Babylon conquered Jerusalem in Josiah's son's days, well over 35 years later. One interesting thing about this is that there is no mention of the Ark, although other items that was taken are mentioned. However, the Book of the Maccabees that came several hundred years after it went missing claimed that the Ark had been hidden at the mountain where Moses saw the Promised Land before he died. The Book of Baruch, an even younger book, claimed that God let the earth beneath Jerusalem swallow it up and that the Ark would surface again at the end times. And medieval literature claimed the Ark had been taken to Ethiopia, and some 20th century speculation included Egypt and even Ireland. But what the Ark is and where it is might actually be connected. The main function of the Ark of the Covenant was to be the governmental seat of God in his earthly temple. But the Ark had many assignments outside the sanctuary and wasn't limited to the sacrificial rituals. Both inside and outside the sanctuary system, the Ark was used to defend God's right as judge and only true God and King of the whole earth. His claim to this right was written in the law inside the Ark, which stated that he was the creator and that the earth therefore belonged to him. The God of the Bible said, "The Ark of the Lord of all the earth. For all the earth is mine. For the Lord Most High is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth." That is why the Ark went in front in the war against the city of Jericho. Even though this city didn't accept him as God, or being the supreme authority on earth, he could still judge and sentence them. Although Nebuchadnezzar, the great leader in Babylon, didn't worship the God of Israel, both he and other kings and great nations in those days were still judged by God. The Assyrians, the Midianites, Canaanites, Egyptians, Ethiopians, Philistines, and many other nations who rejected God as their God was still judged according to God's standard. When the last king of Babylon mocked God and God's temple, he was sentenced by the Lord by the means of a hand writing his judgment on the wall in front of everyone in the room. God shows that no matter what religion or ethnic background you have or belong to, you will be judged according to the standard of the Creator and not by your own moral standard or the moral standard of your specific culture. One of the Ark's functions was going before God's people in the wilderness and to lead them to their resting place. It was present when a dispute of authority about whom God's chosen was had to be solved. He went before them out into the Jordan River, so the river miraculously opened up for them, making them able to cross over to the other side. It took part in the confirmation of the covenant between God and Israel at Mount Ebal. And still, when Israel failed God and was conquered by the enemy, and the ark was taken from them, God used the ark to judge the Philistines and humiliate their gods so that they were forced to send it back again. In this situation, God used the ark as a status symbol of his kingship. Even when God didn't protect his backsliding people, he had protected the ark as it represented his authority. This makes it clear that no man needed to protect it and that God would keep it safe all on his own. This also eliminates the possibility of it being destroyed.
Thomas.
Yeah.
As you hear this, is it like, is this, are they not alluding to the truth, considering what you believe, being a bloodline, and they're talking about a physical thing?
Yeah. So.
Like, what are you thinking when you watch?
Shouted out.
Yeah. I saw Lydia, what she wrote.
Yeah. So, the same thing as Jesus. Was he not the seed of the Lord and his judgment among men?
Yeah.
Sorry. So Moses, he was a leader of the Israelites, but I bet you it was a pure child or born after they left the Exodus that was the embodiment of the ark.
Alive or dead?
Alive.
They could have literally been carrying a baby in this ark right here, in this thing that they're holding, that we were just looking at.
It could have been a crib.
Could have been crib. They're carrying it softly.
Yeah. So, and I mean, they're like there's all speculative. Lydia's saying it. Yeah, God uses humans to influence his will on the rest of humans. Like, we have free will and we have the right to choose. But have you ever noticed, like, when you are embraced by the grace of God and you kind of know that higher knowing of things, you can't help but talk about it?
Yes.
Right. So, like me and you, we have really big spiritual talks.
We do. Big time.
That is the will. Now, like you said before, Jesus was an ascended master. He could do incredible things. Elijah could do incredible things. Solomon was bestowed a physical gift. It was led to his downfall. He was embodiment of the physical natures. The Lord's will works in a spiritual nature. So, like Lydia was saying, like, why would he get angry over an object? It's because you idolize that object.
I
don't know. That's just my thoughts.
I like your thoughts, man. I like your thoughts. Yeah, we're behaving true. We're totally behaving. We're totally behaving. So what do you think this video is? Is this video just like propaganda or what? Should we finish watching this? Is this not going to allude to the truth or what?
Yeah, they said it looks like a crib.
Yeah, it's a crib. That looks like a crib for sure, what they're carrying.
Right. So, why would media and entertainment show us an art that is something made of gold and all that? So, like, the hue of a baby is like, you have that pregnant glow when the woman is pregnant. the baby also has like this little glow about them afterwards.
Yeah, they do.
So, encased in gold. What is gold? That is the crown, you know? When we have that when we're in the womb. If you look at like a sonogram and stuff, you see the crown. But, you know, that's why they say the baby's crowning is because you lose that crown as you're born into sin. See, this was before Jesus's time. So there was sin, but we were moving away from that. We were all still connected because the Lord was present.
Wow. They hijacked this whole thing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, look at the Indiana Jones movies. The Ark of the Covenant, like the Raiders of the Lost Ark. And then the Temple of Doom was talking about like taking the heart and, you know, eating it and drinking the blood. And then the Last Crusade was finding the Grail. And it was an ancient Templar knight that was protecting the Grail.
It's been told to us throughout. It's been right in our face.
Right in our face. Through fiction, they reveal truth. And in truth, they placate falsehood. It's like, as you're waking up, you start to look at these things, and it really is funny because you're like, damn, I've been asking all these questions and trying to seek all these answers for so long, and they're right in front of my face. And I guarantee the Lord's sitting there laughing too, because he's like, told you.
100%, man. This is what I played the other day. I think it got taken down. I think this was part of the ones that got taken down. And this is what happened. This is what someone. What's that?
Taken down too.
Oh yeah. Did you say Michael got taken down?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, no. He's gonna come on soon and talk about it. Yeah, I played this. I don't think this is why it got. I don't think this is why it got taken down. But this is this is like a front row seat to who hijacked, like the dimensional travelers, that interdimensional beings that possess a human form that qualifies for them, and it happens with blood, and it's better if it's kid. It's better if it's baby blood. It's better if it's a baby sacrifice. Check it out. You guys have probably heard this.
And better for these baby sacrifice is because the baby is the closest thing to holiness.
Yeah.
She warned me off from investigating the reptilians, interestingly.
There are eggs. It's like a nest of eggs kept down in that part where it's warm. It's very warm down there into this entrance. And these eggs are kept down there incubating. And they are the reptiles' eggs.
What have you seen the royal family do, the Queen Mother, and the other people you've seen in the rituals? What have you seen them do?
I've seen all of them drink human blood and consume human flesh, and they have their own goblets in which they have blood, and these goblets are encrusted with jewels. And they also have their own daggers, and that the dagger goes into the goblet. Wear these robes, but they don't wear anything underneath the robes, because what is going to happen, what the rituals are all about, they're going to shapeshift, and they can't have anything on under the robes. And there are orgy kind of things that go on at the rituals also. And
involving the royal family of Britain?
Yes, involving the royal family of Britain, and the sacrifice and the eating of, consuming the sacrifice, and they are involved in that.
You've seen them do that?
Yes, I have seen them do that.
People in Britain, listening to what you're saying, would obviously be staggered, I guess anywhere in the world, but what would stagger them mostly is in Britain, the Queen Mother has an image of being the nation's grandmother. The nice old lady, and good old Queen Mum, what a lovely lady. What's your experience of the Queen Mother?
She is very cold in reality, and she is very cruel. She obviously, from what I see, enjoys consuming human flesh. It's sickening.
Do they go into a different state in terms of age and strength and all these other attributes when they actually shapeshift?
Yes, the human body that they choose to occupy or take when it was young, it ages, but when they take the reptilian form, these reptilians live hundreds of years, and so they have to have taken more than one human body to live in. A lot of them are much older, and I'm including the Queen Mother in this, and older than people think that she is. She's been in more than one body, human form. And when the time comes, if it is time for her to go on, it has been chosen that she still has, it's known that she still has life or years to go, again, she will be put into the body, the essence of her, and the reptilian form will go, or the essence of her will go into another body that is also has the ability to shapeshift into reptilian form.
One of the pure reptilian human bloodlines.
Yes.
What happens when, take the Queen Mother as an example, what happens when they shapeshift? I mean, what do you see?
You start to see changes happen, and they're happening so fast that it's almost, it's the closest thing that I've seen to it is what they're now doing with computer technology.
So I believe this is actually mid-90s. They didn't have anything that we have now back then. So interesting how she brings it up like that. It's like a loading. It's like a computer software. It's like we're in that. All right, let's keep going. Right? It's like,
you see the 2 images I sent you on text?
oh man, sweet. Let's see it, man.
The first one.
What is that?
But every time I talk about reptilians, my dad's like, Slee Stack. The Slee Stack. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? It's from Land of the Lost. They talk about that shit. They show us that these fuckers have been here.
That image that you sent me is, what is that? That's based off of them?
Yeah, the Slee Stack, that's like the old 60s or 70s Land of the Lost series.
Yeah.
You know, Will Ferrell did a reboot parody of it.
Yeah, these guys.
Right. So that is like basically the reptilians. They're ancient, they're old, they live in the earth.
Wow. Holy moly. Look at these guys. All right. Let's keep listening.
It's just a literal transformation that happens very quickly, and they get taller and they get bigger, and they don't look at all as reptilians like they do as humans, and thus the wearing of the robes, because if they were in clothes, the clothes would be torn apart.
So let's take the Queen Mother on this subject as an example. We recognize her as a frail old lady. What does she look like when she shapeshifts at these rituals?
She looks like the nose portion gets very much longer, and it grows into kind of a snout kind of thing. She has little fangs.
I spoke to y'all. Yeah, that's her talking about the queen turning into a reptile. Isn't that disturbing, y'all? That's what we've been doing, Eric B. Eric B just jumped into the house. Everyone say hello. We don't know what's going on in the chat room. We're all acting a little cray-cray. It's all nice and fun. I'm trying to, I paused it here because most of us have seen this video. And if you want to keep watching it, let me know, because we will, because it's creepy. And it's alluding to the powers that have this ability. She does end up talking about how, like, those who are just being introduced to the initiation and seeing a dead body in front of them, sometimes they can't hang and they can't finish, but it's a ritual, so you got to finish. So the elders, they swoop on in and they eat whatever is being sacrificed right away, because they can't hold back, because they're so consumed by that smell of blood. So crazy.
Yeet.
Dude, I want to share this photo that you sent me, because here, it's probably gonna work now. I wanted to get to my computer. Here we go. Cool. What are y'all talking about? That's hilarious. Okay, come on. Let's see here. I want to show this photo. Did you just Google it? Can I just Google it? Where'd you find that?
Yeah,
there
you
we
can
go.
Google it.
I actually just got it. All right, here we go. Check this out. And then you can walk us through if you must. Check that out. What are we looking at? What do you call it? This is dope.
So, cool. Now, that is the Dragon Ball universe by Akira Toriyama. You know, everybody likes Dragon Ball Z and stuff, or at least everyone knows about it. Yeah. Now, what I found really funny, you know, we talk about, like, what does the world look like, and, like, what is, you know, I don't consider the Earth a ball, or, you know, the fucked up snow globe. What does that look like? A kind of fucked up snow globe, right? But how at the bottom, that entire bottom is the mortal universe. And that goes along the line of the 3 tiers of heaven, because what's right above it? Hell.
Oh.
And then right above that is like Snake Way and the Kai planets, which is heaven, or basically the stairway to heaven would be the Snake Way. And then heaven up above.
That is wild, bro. I've never seen this before. Look how they have our little kind of mini solar system up there.
Right. But it's all within our little fucked up snow globe.
Yeah. And the mortal universe is below hell, and then Makai?
Yeah. Like Makai is basically the base. That would be like the great deep and the Sheol. And so, like, what I'm looking at is, like, why would an anime depict something so close to the truth? So, like, where would this idea come from? That's what I'm saying. Like, these ideas for artists, authors, movie makers and stuff, they don't just come out of thin air like, hey, I'm going to make a badass movie about fucking robots one day. Who the fuck thinks of that?
Yeah, they
Like,
don't.
that doesn't just come out of your ass. Like, I talk out of my ass all the time, and it's usually just petty bullshit and joking around. So, other than that, like, you know, I have some kind of basis to what I'm saying. You know, you have to do that research. You have to have that knowledge behind it. All that other stuff, like way before its time, like way ahead of its time or whatever, you know, that knowledge has to come from somewhere.
Yeah, it is, Thomas. Eric B. It is.
Hey, Eric. My bad.
I don't know, man. This looks like it's spinning, and
yeah,
I'm on
it
the
does.
I'm down to be convinced. I got to know what this check-in station's all about. Like, do you know what that's about?
Check-in. It's like the pearly gates.
Dude,
so if you've ever watched Dragon Ball Z show, like it's when Goku first dies, he goes to the check-in station and he meets like one of basically it'd be Saint Peter, but in the anime it's called like King Yama, or I don't fucking remember, but yeah. Anyways, he basically judges you. Like he's writing in the book and he'll stamp your forehead and you can go the long snake way and be in heaven, or you can get stamped and you go to hell. So now at that point, hell is below. But as you see there, hell is above the mortal realm. And it was funny. I mean, actually, like we had a lodge meeting last week, I think it was. I can't remember. Yeah. Well, no, not last week. Okay, I don't remember. Anyways, afterwards, me and one of the guys, we were talking about some of the same kind of stuff. And, you know, it was one of the old prophets that said if our mortal eyes would unshroud the deception before it, we would see the celestial battles between heaven and hell in the sky above us.
Wow.
And that kind of like really resonated with me. I was like, of course, because hell and heaven are both above us and they're still fighting within the firmament. So if like what we saw as material world, if we could perceive beyond that veil, not just like in our spiritual mindset and our third eye, but with our actual human eyes, we would be witnessing the battles of heaven and hell.
That's crazy, bro. That image that we were looking at is like the model of our brain. It's like a macro micro thing relationship.
If you turn it sideways, it's your eyeball. Gosh,
exactly, bro.
If the Makai is the occipital nerve, the mortal realm is the retinas. Hell would be the lens that prevents us from seeing the higher realm. The snake way in the clouds would be the film that's over the lens. That the Kai planets would be our iris, which basically dominate and like govern the world. So that would be like our deception, you know, of the greater things. And then the cornea would be the overcasing top.
That is so wild, dude. It's beyond. It just adds so much more on top of everything. What are we, dude?
It does. That's
Thomas, put your YouTube channel in the chat. You're on fire. People are feeling you, bro. They are. They want your channel right now. Right now, bro. Okay, we're gonna watch this. This is an ad for the Republican candidate in Baltimore. I saw this morning. Miss Katie brought it up. I think we should all see it.
Yeah, I saw that too. On fire she is.
Look, underneath here it says like 3.9 million or 2.9 million views. Someone just posted this. This is huge. She's like charging in these heels. It's awesome.
James Kaufman, World News Report today.
You care about Black Lives?
Hold on. We need the original, man. I don't want this guy talking over it. What's her name? What's her actual name? Does anyone know? That's why I'm running for Congress. That's
should say.
Dude, I bet you they censored this. These guys suck, man. Watch, I'll do it on Twitter. It'll come up in a second. Yeah, 1 second. Gosh, dude, it's so corrupt.
Do you care about Black Lives?
Here, hold up. Let me just keep it down.
Yeah,
here.
look through the comments. God.
Do you care about Black lives? The people that run Baltimore don't. I can prove it. Walk with me. They don't want you to see this.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm Kim Klacik. This is Baltimore, the real Baltimore. This is the reality for Black people every single day. Crumbling infrastructure, abandoned homes, poverty, and crime. Baltimore has been run by the Democrat Party for 53 years. What is the result of their decades of leadership? Baltimore is one of the top 5 most dangerous cities in America. The murder rate in Baltimore is 10 times the U.S. average. The Baltimore poverty rate is over 20%. Homicide, drug, and alcohol deaths are skyrocketing in our city. Do you believe Black Lives Matter? I do. The vast majority of crime in Baltimore is perpetrated against Black people, who make up 60% of the population. So why don't we care about our communities? The Democrat Party have betrayed the Black people of Baltimore. If the politicians walk the streets like I do, they would see exactly how their policies and corruption affects us. But they don't want to see it. They don't want you to see this. Go to any Baltimore neighborhood and ask this question. Do you want to defund the police?
No.
No.
Absolutely not. I had 3 sons killed in Baltimore City. And I think if we defund the police office, it's going to be worse than that.
Yeah.
So no, I'm opposed to that.
What are you going to defund the police for? Why? How do you defend your city, your community? Families are losing people.
It's not just Baltimore. The worst place for a Black person to live in America is a Democrat-controlled city. It's 2020. Name a blue city where Black people's lives have gotten better. Try. I'll wait. Look at this.
Burn.
How are children supposed to live here and play here?
On fire, dude. On a bus.
Democrats think Black people are stupid. They think they can control us forever, that we won't demand better and that we'll keep voting for them forever, despite what they've done to our families and our communities. Are they right? I'm Kim Klacik, and I'm running for Congress because I actually care about Black lives. All Black lives matter. Our communities matter. Baltimore matters.
Yeah.
And Black people don't have to vote Democrat.
Yeah, you don't have to be Black. You don't have to be Democrat. You don't have to be. That's the thing.
What's that?
Nice, dude. Oh, what she's implying is like it's taboo to be Black and to vote Republican.
Yeah, look, I stand outside the political game because I'm looking more at the spiritual battle that we're in, man. Like this has become spiritual warfare at its finest because the political agenda has been taken over by evil spirits. I don't care how you look at it or how you feel about it. That's just the case of things. It's been that way in politics throughout the last 6,000 years. Like, just look at it. It's evident, but they keep it hush hush because they're like, oh, that dude's just crazy. He's a conspiracy theorist. Well, the reason why they coined the term conspiracy theorist was because everybody was outing the CIA for their fuckery with JFK.
This is true. I'm just surfing around here, folks, catching up on the comments as well.
Yeah, I'm getting through some of them myself. No, sir, it's all yours.
I think we're gonna watch some Kamala Harris getting exposed by this is from True.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let me see here.
She had to wear red shoes.
Oh, of course. Oh no, I know what you mean, right? That's Republican red though. It's not leathery red.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a difference. There's a hardcore difference. Like,
yeah.
Now that I think back on things, like after that interview with Macaulay Culkin, how he finally did kind of come out and talk about it a little bit. Dude's still like skitzing over all that shit. And then he learned early to like look at folks' feet. Like he would watch the floor. He wouldn't be watching, people. He would watch the floor because that was like your first indicator, or the belts, or the wallets.
That's how you knew right away.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, I think he's still involved in some shit. I think Macaulay was abused and he's still involved. Like he was hanging out with Seth Green in Thailand filming a movie. We know Seth. Yeah, he went on Joe Rogan and talked about it. He said this 2 years ago.
He's probably still wrapped up in it then. But I feel like this interview was like this year though.
Right? Then maybe he was in it this? No, it wasn't 2020. It had to have been 2019. Because I don't think it was that soon, but he did say that. He said, and that to me screams.
He still got the hooks.
Sick pedophilia, like at least for Seth Green. And then if you're going out there, you know what I mean?
Bad juju.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got.
What about chicken and just bad.
Supposed to be good witness. Don't you let them, because you see, these people have an agenda, and their agenda, one of the things is to get rid of the church, to have abortion on demand, to the promotion of all things LBGTQ. Kamala Harris, she's running for the vice presidency. I call her Miss Lock Up a Brother, for when she was the AG in California, a black man knew that he was dead in the water. He was dead in the water. Matter of fact, you don't need a trial. You might well go into jail if you appear before her, because she took pride in locking up black folk. And now all of a sudden she's trying to be sister girl. I'm telling it. Check out her record. She locked us up left and right. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, you did, Kamala, however I should pronounce it, you did. And now if you appear before her, because she took pride in locking up black folk, and now all of a sudden she's trying to be sister girl. I'm telling it. Check out her record. She locked us up left and right. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, you did, Kamala, however I should pronounce it, you did. And now we're supposed to forget all that stuff. Right. And she boasted in California that she was one of the first. I got the tape queued, but my time's up to date. One of the first. I showed you Thursday night to perform a same-sex marriage. Y'all want to see it? You want to see it? Let it rip.
Let the rings exchanged and the vows declared symbolize your commitment.
She's not even black.
Sincerity and affection. And may your love never falter. By virtue of the power and authority vested in me by the state of California, I now declare you spouses for life.
Cut. Now that is who's supposed to deliver us. Now, are you crazy? I like what Maya Angelou said. She said, when the people show you who they are, believe them. That's Kamala. And let me tell you, anybody who's trying to turn America into Sodom and Gomorrah is not good.
Oh, that's where it ends? Is that it? Damn, I wish I was there. All right, come back on. You were talking, I couldn't hear both of you guys at the same time.
I didn't know they're still going. I was looking back at the comments. I have to go back and forth between the two apps.
Oh. That's also an advantage of YouTube Premium. YouTube Premium, you can have it playing in the background. That's the only reason why I actually do that. Kamala Harris is
the YouTube playing sound. It blocks the Zoom sound.
Oh, doesn't
Zoom technically a phone call through the phone.
Yeah. Whew. Mamma mia.
But yeah, I can't remember where it was. I know I saw it on Instagram like a few days ago, but they brought it up. It was the old Newsline that said she was like the first Native American senator in her state. And now they're saying she's the first black vice president. And it's like, which one you want to be today?
She's doing the Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, hey, anybody see that the Annabelle doll is now missing from the Warren Museum?
Really? Now, what does that mean?
You know the Warrens, the paranormal investigators back in early 1900s and stuff. Basically, like the Conjuring movie, the Annabelle movie, all that stuff is like their research. And the Annabelle doll is actually a real thing. And they've had it in a museum, their old house or whatever, in a like den area. They've kept all their paranormal and evil entity discoveries in one room. And I've always thought that was weird, but like the other day, like at 3 a.m., it went missing. The doll did.
What could this imply?
It's awake.
Oh.
Like whatever demon is whatever demon's attached to it is becoming active again. And you saw what I sent you earlier on Instagram. I thought that shit was hilarious, but
I'll put that up. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
All right.
Take the wheel.
Yeah, I know, right? 2020 just keeps rolling out all the punches, man. It's terrible. I'm sorry, folks. I didn't mean to sick the bad juju. So Miss Katie, Annabelle doll is like possessed by. Oh yeah, they got cameras in it, and that's the thing with paranormal interactions. It fries the whatchamacallit, the cameras and stuff. Like, if you've ever watched Ghost Hunters or any of the Paranormal Activity movies, it like glitches. I mean, that actually does happen in cameras and technology and stuff. It kind of gets into the actual. I'm trying to think of it. I want to say frequency, but not frequency. The inner workings of technology and electromagnetic waves. There we go. Yeah. It messes that stuff up because technically ghosts and spirits and stuff like that emit a electromagnetic wave just like we do. But they're in a pure form, like in that spirit form. So that's why it glitches a little bit more. Lydia, everything you've been saying is true, yes. However, there's such a massive amount of fear frequency and fear propaganda that it's enabled that power. And it is through this spiritual battle that we have to reconnect to that spirit within. And we have to, like, I wrote a thing on Phoenix and Nimbus page, and I called it combating or gathering prana to combat the mana. And basically prana is like all the life energy and energy within this realm that connects everything. It's like part of the Holy Spirit. So mana is the manipulation of that for nefarious means. Like, they like mana is magic. But yes, because it manipulates that energy that connects all life and consciousness and uses it to exploit power. So what we need to do in gathering mana is by meditating and getting our mind, body, and spirit balanced and aligned. And that meditation, it is our offense. Like, because it allows you to connect with the spirit in a mental, physical, and emotional and spiritual way. Now, our defense would be the prayer. And that prayer should be lifting that prana, that energy, that spirit up to the high heavens and asking Father God that to imbue us with righteousness and let righteousness reign. Let his justice be upheld on this earth, that we expose the evils of this earth and bind them and cast them out, lifting the curse that has been placed on us by that evil. Let his will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That's the key, because a lot of times, like I said earlier, when we pray, it gets stuck in that second tier, that hellscape, because it is the whispers of the devil that make you believe it's God talking to you. And that's why we have to ask for his will and his light to be done on earth as it is in heaven, because he still sits up there, and he's here on earth, and he's witnessing. And like, all this bad stuff is not his will, but he's allowing it, and it's a test for us to regain that spiritual connection. So, and to Kelly's question, some of them do know. I do talk about it a lot when I'm at work from time to time. I've come across a few of the guys that are woke, and we talk about things. And like I said before, there was one, we were sitting here, and he knew about adrenochrome, and he knew about like Epstein and stuff. And he's like, yeah, I know about rabbit holes. And all he had to do was say rabbit hole. And oh man, we worked on like a 3-hour just conversation of all kinds of shit. And what really led it was we were watching that Netflix show, The Umbrella Academy. And I was like, dude, the symbolism and just all the shit that's in this show that they're basically washing over in the briefest of comments. I was like, oh God, it's so crazy. And it just reveals a lot.
Yeah, it does, man. I've been hearing you, dude. I was just stretching, man. I was drinking some water. I did go to the bathroom earlier though. But what you were talking about was with me on my stretching, man, because it was yeah, man, it was deep. I felt like we were doing a meditation, and then I felt like we should at some point. We should for sure.
Yeah, for sure we can. I'll probably go step out, sit on my truck, so I'm not bothering the guys in the bedroom.
Oh, I do Kundalini yoga, Kathy. Don't you worry, girl. Don't you worry, girl. It's Kundalini. Thomas, do you want to do it now in case you got to go soon?
Oh no, I mean I'm good to go. Whenever. It's just, I'm here for the long haul as long as
oh, you don't have to go on your truck?
Kosher on this end.
Wow, there's people out there who really support Kamala Harris. I'm shocked. People just forget. Bro, let's do meditation right now. That'd be nice. I could use a nice tune-up.
We can here in just a minute. Yeah, I can do us a little boost.
Should we do it the way I last time?
Opportunity to go step outside, so that's what I'm going to do and breathe some fresh air while we do this.
Yeah, you don't want your coworkers hearing you doing a meditation either. They'll make fun of you.
Look, if they can join, I don't give a shit about that. But I mean, more the merrier. But no, it's just I have the opportunity to actually go outside. I'm not like stuck at my computer, so whenever you can, step outside and breathe the fresh air and embrace a little bit of nature is the best time to do a meditation.
Totally. Kathy, I wouldn't go as far as going certified because I understand it gets a little culty. It does look like that from the outside, Kundalini and that whole thing. I just imagine if someone just hitched a ride with a technique that they didn't have to fall into the dogma. I got a lot of good benefits when I was 19. It totally put me on a new path. I probably would have been a drug addict. Yeah, like it really helped me, man. But I never got in. Once I thought about being a teacher and I saw what was required and how you got to wear white and how all the guys looked the same and wore like, like a turban and had a beard. I was just like, this is getting weird. It sucks because it's such a good practice, at least for what it does with my union feeling with God. Yeah, I know it's dangerous. I can tell you a story about how dangerous and how I was guided from a premature Kundalini activation is the part of the reason why I am me, and the people that came into my life who helped facilitate that. Because I've seen people who have that happen and they don't come back. Yeah, dude, Kathy, you should hit me up. We should talk. I would really enjoy. You should maybe even come on the fucking podcast if you're down. Here. Yeah, I know, man. I bet you did. And I bet you are very like a generating manifestor. I bet you're diving in and you get in there, you get to the top. So it sounds like you excel at everything you do. So I'm sure you got deep. Dude, we should actually do that would actually be a fucking cool podcast. Email me there. I know. Shit. Oh, shit. All right. Thomas, you ready to roll? You want to do this?
Yeah, man. I'm outside. I'm in the grass. Yeah.
We're going to do a little test. I'm going to play it here, and we're going to hear how you sound over it.
Okay.
And if it is like it was last time, what we might do is maybe, I don't know. Maybe you could, I don't know.
Well.
I don't know. Too stoned. All right.
Really? Shit.
It scared me a little. All right. All right. Here we go. Now here's a tester. I'm going to play it. You have headphones. This is the time. Kathy, we're definitely talking. Your phone isn't letting you play the stream?
Me?
Okay.
There we go.
I mean, for me, this sounds good when you're talking. It doesn't sound crazy at all. It sounds good. Say something. Oh, great. This is going to be good.
I've done one outside, actually, so this is going to be fun.
My weed dealer's watching. Her name is Blunt. I don't mean to be so blunt. Can you bring me some weed?
Hey, that's what's up. Always good to have the extended fam in the fam. So we.
Do you hear that?
I don't, but I'm about to walk over out of the thing.
Okay, cool. It's on. It's pretty nice. If I can get some thumbs up or whatever from out there, that's good. I love you. Are you talking, Thomas? Oh, no. I can't hear you. Talk again. Talk again. It worked better when you were in the other app.
Yeah, then.
Oh, there it is, baby. Stay here.
Yep. All right. Better?
Oh, it's so much better.
All right, yeah. Like when I'm in the Zoom app, I can actually hear what your screen's playing, but when I'm in the YouTube app, it's only me and you talking. All right, we good? Cool.
Yeah, so now you're gonna do it silent then on your end.
Yeah, that's fine though, cause like I already got the tone in my head, so.
Cool.
I picked up enough of what I need. All right, we're gonna do things a little bit different. Get your feet. And this time, I want you to extend your arms. Almost like they're elastic. Out to the sides. Bringing them above your head. Stretching as far as you're able to stretch. Bring them back down to the center. Embracing the tone. Allow your breathing to be natural, to be calm, to be healing. Now as we breathe, still stretch those arms as if you're grabbing onto the ether around you. Bringing them above your head, reaching towards that cosmic energy. And pull it back center. All natural breathing, calm, collected, and at peace. And as we've gathered this energy from around and above, meet it in the middle with that raw, natural energy of the earth. And as you pull it up through your feet, through your legs, and let's gather this energy at our center. And in doing so, let it flow through your body with each breath. Calm, natural, and relaxed. And as you're breathing on exhales, let go of those tensions. Let go of those doubts. Let go of those mixed emotions that allow you to be brought down from your higher self. That's all we're doing here, is breathing, being calm, and with each breath, more relaxed. And as we're here in this perfect relaxation, in this calm, peaceful tranquility, feeling the energy of the cosmos and the energy of the earth, let it swirl, enveloping you in a love, a light, and a peace that is the knowing of the spirit and of the love. And as we have that feeling spread throughout our limbs and over our body, open your hands, pump some of that energy through to your hands, and let's mold it into a ball of light, love, and peace. We've been shrouded by the spirit of the holy nature, that cosmic energy, that divinity that we're all connected to. It is only right that we seek to give some of that back. So as we make this ball, mold it with your energy, the cosmic energy, the earth's energy, and that divinity from within. Still breathing, natural, calm, relaxed, and at peace. Now holding this ball of light, focus. Let it encapsulate your being. Yourself inside this ball, and this ball inside of you. And in that knowing is a prayer. A prayer for love, light, and peace to be shined in the earth and throughout the universe. And it is in this prayer that we send our love, that we shine our light, that we give our peace. Bring that ball back center. Hold it in your hands. Still breathing. Still calm. Still at peace. And as we close our hands, give it a kiss of your blessing and send it out to all those in need. Still breathing, still natural, still calm. Again, let's reach our arms, stretching wide, bringing them above your head with your palms up and open. Say thank you. Be grateful. Be at peace. Be in love. Be in that light. Bringing our arms down back center. Place your hands together and walk in peace and love and light. Love you guys.
Yeah, love you too, brother. Yeah, wow. That was a good feel. Here, let me turn this down softly.
Yes, yes.
Man created by God, and the beauty is with an open heart, you can channel the vibe of God.
Yes, indeed.
And that's what we swam in. I don't think that was anything else but that, man. That was gorgeous. Thank you.
You're welcome. Very welcome.
We love you, man. That's what people saying. You almost made Gentle Ruthless Swan. Felt like crying.
Crying is a good outlet because that releases some of the heaviness. That releases those toxins. Or don't ever, if you feel like crying, cry.
Yeah, crying's good. It's kind of like sometimes you feel silly about it, but like, you know, most people don't, you know, because it feels good. It feels really good. It's only silly because people will, whatever happened in your past. Yeah, Eric B, that was a great meditation track to accompany. So nice. This is so nice.
And you know what's crazy is I couldn't hear it.
I know that happened to me on my first 8-hour podcast. At the end, I thought everyone was listening to what I was. So it was the opposite. I was the only one hearing it.
It's all good though. I mean, I heard enough. I knew where I needed to go with it. So I'm just hoping it was what everyone else was needing.
Yeah, it was. Dude, I think I'm gonna close down for the night, and I think I might even get some work. I think I'm gonna record vocals for the movie for Pervywood 6.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then I maybe I'll do vocals for 7 because that's already done. Whatever you do, man, enjoy it. Here, let me
Well, a little bit of answering to some of the crying only hurts your throat because you're releasing some of those self-perceived lies. That has to do with the throat chakra. Like, it's opened by inner truth and speaking inner truth. And the reason why we're crying is because we know we're lying to ourselves in that regard. And a blocked or unbalanced throat chakra will cause that scratchy throat, that sore throat, that lump.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I believe that. If anyone has any questions, now's your time. I think I'm gonna get some herb, relax a bit before I head into my production mode. Still have energy.
You're sending out jealous vibes. Hey,
Who?
somebody roll a good one for me.
Oh, I will. I so will for sure. Dude, this is cool. I didn't expect to do this. Big shout out to Michael for getting me on a show and then picking me up here. This is cool. And then, I mean, he pretty much was like, here, now go on yours. It's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, is Chin Chin
or finishing Michael's, you're like, I'm going live now too. I'm like, fuck yeah. And that gets better.
Why not? And I've been using my phone the entire time. That means my unlimited Wi-Fi is working, or unlimited hotspot, whatever.
That's what's up.
Chin Chin, are you in the house right now, bro? If you are, can you say something on the chat? Just checking if a homie from San Fran is here. He's a magician. 320 subs in a day. Hey, I turned 32 in like a week. So that's 320. In a week. August 24th. We'll do a live stream, dude. Here, I'm gonna link you to what we heard when we were meditating.
That was a good one.
We'll play some of my music right now on our outro. I'll play cool. Right now. Yeah, that's Marley's idea. Marley, dude. Marley's the babe of the century. She's babe of the century, dude. All right. I guess I can just do this. Go to my channel. I kind of like that when I came onto my channel, I couldn't find my music videos as like someone who's not me. It's kind of, I don't like that, but I like that because it's all on the playlist.
There's only like one that I could find the other day. It was the
no clue.
It was like 6 of your actual music videos that you've made. But like when I go to Venus Looking Glass, it's only your like Moon playlist.
Oh.
So
like here, like I scroll down and I'm like, I don't see the music videos I did for so long. It's like maybe I took them off, but when I go here to playlist, they're here. So there's 10 tracks that you can come listen to. And this one's a cool one. I like this one. This is what I was doing before I made films. And if I hadn't have made these, I wouldn't have watched Fall of the Cabal. And when I was watching Fall of the Cabal, I thought, I do that. I'm doing the same thing. I'm just grabbing clips and I put music. It was just like the simplest realization. And then I went for it and I did Swamp. So we're going to hit this. And if you have weed, hit that weed. If you have anything else, take your sip, whatever. Yeah. This song is 6:09 long. Romance.
Yeah, it's strong.
Fire. La Passione. It's hot. Now it's so hot. There you go. Yeah, no. Look at that. Like a massage for my soul. Oh, Thomas, you have to get you unmuted. There you go. Wow, that's a good one too, man. But we won't go there right now. That's nice, mellow. Feels good.
That was nice.
I feel good now. Yeah, I felt good. Right, I just felt a little like tense. You know, I felt tense earlier. Sometimes you don't even know it come up. Like when you're on a Vipassana retreat and you're meditating, you'll just all of a sudden come across what they call sankharas, and they're like heavy feelings. And if you react to them, then you create more. But if you let it happen and just go through you, then you let it go. And they say like our life, the process of letting go of those sankharas, they come from past lives. Yeah, wild, huh? The next movie is not going to be 100% about Disney. I will segue at the end so that the next Pervywood is, I haven't really done that yet, so that's going to be nice. You'll see. But Pervywood 7 is going to be about Disney's demons. And Pervywood 6 is Royal Flush. Pervywood 8 is going to be one about all those rock and roll stars who were trying to do the right thing. And then I want to stop at 10. So at some point, I'm going to do a Ghislaine Epstein one. Epstein's in all of them. That's the thing. Yeah, Lydia, you're cool.
Yeah. Like, please don't think you're crazy. Like I was just saying, if anyone in this fam's crazy, it's me.
Yeah, he's crazy.
I'm pretty fucking crazy.
Dude, I love Gentle Ruthless so much. I love that you guys are the homies. I mean, who we missing? You guys like found your way here, you know, like.
I mean, for real, like I haven't seen anyone that's like not hardcore always in the chat.
Right, dude. And I understood like what happened on the last when I got cut off. I was with you, and then you're like D-Live, and I go to D-Live and I hang out with Corey, and then Corey's like, I'm like, Corey got struck, and then he's like, come on, and then we got to talk. I was like, this is so cool. I was like, jump on. I feel like I was a podcast slutting. I went all over the place.
You just
when I got there, he was so he was totally emphasizing like this is the coolest family, and I knew what he meant, and I'm like, oh, I don't know this family. I was all up in the chat. I'm like, that's how I felt. I'm like, I don't know anyone here. Actually, I knew a few people. I knew you, and I knew a couple others, but some people, it was just not the family, and you guys are the family.
Well, I mean, you gotta grow to different families, but this one right here, man, man, just I don't know, words can't express.
They can't. I love it. Well, I feel great, man. I hope everyone else does too, and we'll call it a wraps for now, and then keep an eye out for the news. Supposedly Trump is supposed to pardon somebody tonight. You know, there's some rumors that when he was on Air Force One, somebody heard that he was going to pardon somebody important. Did that come through? Does anyone know?
Yeah, he said that he's pardoning Susan B. Anthony.
What?
Not the bad Anthony that everybody remembers. Susan B. Anthony was one of the like suffrage leaders
from way back when, though. She's dead, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But-
it was a trip. So okay, that's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But it's also neat. I guess, I was expecting Julian so much. Okay, let's get real.
Miss Katie, you were here for most of it.
Yeah, Miss Katie, you actually weren't that late. Jenna, you're the best. I love us.
Yes. See, that's the best thing about the Lyons family. There's just so much love.
Yeah, and we're very right in the middle of old Greg stingy YouTube. I know.
It was the mangina.
That's when it all went down.
It was an exposure.
When it all went downhill is when we exposed that mangina. We weren't downs. Let's hear Trump. Let's hear him say it. Oh, dude, you know what's funny though? Before we play this is how my mom used to be. We'd go like every conversation was gonna end, and it didn't end. And like they even say goodbye, and they're like goodbye, give each other kisses and hugs. They walk to the door, and then they end up having like another 1 hour conversation. So even though we were just almost about to leave, I'm not surprised that we're still here. It's the Venezuelan. Maybe it's Italian. I'm not Italian. What? All right, here we go. Okay. Here we go, Trump. Tell us what happened today.
August 18th, 2020 is the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment. In the summer of 1848, Elizabeth Cady Stanton stood before the first ever Women's Rights Convention in Seneca Falls, New York, and declared that women should enjoy this fundamental civil right. What a job she did. 7 decades later, the suffrage movement succeeded. On this day in 1920, the United States ratified the 19th Amendment. It was a monumental victory for equality, for justice, and a monumental victory for America. Today, a record-breaking 131 women are serving in Congress. Nearly 70 million women vote in elections. 56% of our nation's college students are women. More than 11 million women own successful businesses. In other words, women dominate the United States. I think we can say that very strongly.
Word.
Before the China virus set in, it struck our nation. Women had gained 4.3 million jobs, a record. The women's unemployment rate had plummeted to the lowest level in more than 65 years. And last year, over 70% of the new jobs went to women. And I will say we're coming back very strongly, and we're going to see those numbers again very soon. But the numbers that we have for unemployment and employment, frankly, we had 160 million people working. We've never even been close to that. And by next year, we'll be even higher than that number. Tremendous things are happening. As we fight to deliver a better future for all women and for all Americans, we remember the wonderful victory 1 century ago. While I'm president, America will always honor its heroes, and we will always celebrate the patriots who secured women's right to vote. So this is an incredible document that I'm signing, and I wanted to just add something because this was brought up a week ago, and I was so surprised that it was never done before. Because later today, I will be signing a full and complete pardon for Susan B. Anthony. She was never pardoned. Did you know that?
They're laughing. They're fucking laughing. They're laughing.
And you know that she got a pardon for a lot of other women, and she didn't put her name on the list. So she was never pardoned. And we're for voting. That's right. That's right. She was guilty for voting. And we are going to be signing a full and complete pardon. And I think that's really So thank you all very much. And let us sign, and we'll do the other signing later on.
What a job. being the president. Do I look stoned? Nah. Whew. What do you think, man? That was nice. That was great. I love it. I love it. If you're talking, Thomas, can't hear you because you're muted. Yeah. I don't know, Mike. If you're still on, let me know. Michael. If you're still on, brother Reno, let me know. It's 10:30 for you. If you want to come on and tell folks what happened with your video, because I just went on your channel.
Whole new conversation, yay!
I went on his channel to pretty much vent about getting my stuff taken down, and then I come on my own backup channel, and then yeah. Let's see. Do I have Pervywood 4? I'm looking, Zane. Do I have a link?
Man,
I don't think I'll be able to find a way though. Okay.
Marley, what were you referring to? I'm sorry.
Who, me?
She said, "Oh, Thomas, I love that brother."
Must have been something you said, because that's just what you do. All right, guys. I think
probably okay.
I think we'll call it a day. You know, I just wanted to catch up on that Trump news. Looks good. I'm happy. People are still gonna think, well, oh, he's just doing it for publicity. He just wants to win. People are dumb, dude. Some people out there don't even want to face facts, and they might never, ever face facts. Like, for example, my ex-in-laws. I don't think they'll ever wake up. Ever. And the day they do, it'll be a dope day. I'm afraid they're going to get the mark of the beast, and they're going to make the family feel bad about it. So long as they don't do it to my daughter. Said. Ain't touching my daughter. Fuck no.
Yes. Thank you, Marlon. The mark. Crazy thing. What if the mask is the mark?
Sure seems like it. It is the mark of the beast when they're doing the ritual. It's like, that is a mark of it. If you looked around and you know, it's not, I don't know if it's exactly a mark on like how they wrote about it, but I mean, what if it is? It's perfectly placed right now when you think about it. Huh. Maybe that's what they didn't like that we were talking about last time when we got censored off. Because we were talking some shit like that. Like Charlie Freak stuff. Him. Wow. He's the author of the riveting book series of the 150 most important rock albums in music history. It's pretty sick. Freak Sense TV. I know this stuff's good. Man, we could go down rabbit holes right now, but I'm going to get to some work. And then I'll talk to you guys. We have a Discord server. I don't know if you guys want to keep chatting. What that is, I'll send you a link. I'll invite you. Jenna's already in there. Thomas is in there. Thomas, you in there?
I'm in there, but like, all right. So I've seen other people get on things. I have like 6 different names on different platforms because I hate social media. So if you're wondering where I'm at or on like DLive or just holler at me and
cool.
Yeah, and I will make my presence known. Just
nice.
And a different name will be like, it's me.
I know, it's always a different name. I'm like, oh, who's this person who knows me? And then you're like, it's me. Oh, Carmen. Yep. Oh, dude. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, man. All right. Cool. I'll see you on there then. And everybody else who's here, you made it to the first experience. This is crazy. We have a new channel now. This is I'll update now that we have enough subscribers. It'll say youtube.com/Good Lion Experience. And that way I can also keep my page reduced of clutter, more easy access to the videos. Because I bet you some people just like don't even see a lot of them. You gotta scroll and scroll and scroll. Everything bad that happens is for a good reason. That's all I've learned. You just gotta hang through the waves. It's like swimming out. You gotta swim through all the waves that crash at you, and then it's a beautiful view once you get out there.
That card, riding the wave.
Yeah. Oh my man. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeet.
And I love that it's two giraffes were kissing, because giraffes, they got that. They're elevated, man. Like they got that's a thing I think about sometimes, is like, I can't get into like a superficial relationship. Like I gotta have someone who has a bird's eye view, eyesight like a giraffe. All right, homies. Much love.
Later.
Peace out, man. That was fun. That was fucking cool.